All right. Grand Rising to the underground community. Big salute to everybody, man, that's going to catch this live stream. Um, Make sure y'all go to the homepage, click the channels tab, and subscribe to all of my brothers there in the UDC click. First and foremost, I want to say shout out to Angel Santos. Shout out to Flame on 24 and Samuel Shaw. I missed them yesterday when I was shouting out um,
People that has been rocking with this UDC movement, and I don't want to.
miss nobody. I was like, man, I'm about to shout out the ones that's been supporting and all of that, and I'm gonna make sure I get everybody that I can't possibly get. I'm like, I think I covered everybody, and then I fuck around, and remember, like, damn, I didn't shout out Samuel, I didn't shout out Angel Santos, I didn't shout out Flame on 24. So shout out to them, man. We got some topics today. It's been a while since we done a live stream, but it's all good because every time we come back to the live streams, we have more to talk about, with the gaps in between lives and all that. But hopefully everybody's having a good day. We're trying to get y'all week started off right. It ain't just about just talking about boxing. It's all about giving, creating a vibe, man, and making y'all feel good about hearing this boxing knowledge and making sure, y'all enjoying yourselves while y'all tuning in. Let me check the.
The YouTube platform. Make sure everything is good on that end, and then we ready to rock, man. All right, we looking good. Indigenous Black, what's up, bro? He says, what's good? I'm in, but I'm just going to listen. I haven't been to sleep yet. Okay, man. So get your rest, man. Um, y'all already know. Sometimes we do these long ass live streams, so whatever you miss, you can always go back and catch the playback. So shout out to the ones catching the playback. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell, so you get the notifications when we upload content and do these live streams, man. I'm gonna send a link out to my brothers here in a little bit. Y'all know how I do. I just warm it up, um, and go from there, man. But shout out to my brothers once again in the UDC clique. They doing a tremendous job. Shout out to LTB Boxing Talk. I mean, working like no other, man. I mean, telling you, bro, the ones that you know, I don't know what to say, man. It's just a shame that you got real individuals, man, that's putting in work. They putting on for their city. They doing a great thing for the sport of boxing. Yet they get the most hate. But that just comes with the territory, man. So much more success to my guy LTBA Boxing Talk. One of the few people that I talk to outside of YouTube. You know what I mean? Real good dude. He's one of them guys that he do anything for you, man. It's not about himself. He's more of like, what can I do to help you get in a position so you can be successful? He's that type of guy, and that's why he gonna always have much success. Shout out to my bro, Bias, or Bias Boxing Talk. Oh, shout out to Hybrid 95 says UDC been holding it down. Yeah, bro. We still here, man. Angel Santos says, yo, good morning, my bro L, UGC. Yes, sir. Shout out to Angel Santos, man, in the building. My nigga Unbiased says, what up? Yeah, man, big salute to my dog Unbiased. Just, I mean, he one of them guys, man, that like he puts in his intros, fuck your feelings, man. When we doing this boxing talk, we not thinking about y'all's feelings, bro. This is not a daycare. This is not a school. This is you know, this is not a goddamn therapy session or some shit. This is about real boxing talk, man. And this is not a home for everybody. Like I emphasize, man, all the time. This ain't about donation money, super chats, and bullshit like that. This is just about talking real talk, true media, you know. And these fake individuals on the YouTube platform is what inspired this movement, man. Um, it's shameful that um, I had to fucking start a true media movement because it don't seem like there's a whole lot of true media out here. Whole lot of new media, shit that's just breaking news this, breaking news that. but how much of it is the truth? Okay. I want to say also, I did shout out yesterday, Trav. Shout out to Trav FDY right here on YouTube. A great video he did on Shakur Stevenson, exposing, and this is why a lot of people don't like Trav. They don't like Trav for a lot of the reasons that I'm not like. It's because we tell too much truth, man. And we're going to expose a lot of times your favorite fighters, you know? So if you sensitive or moist, shout out to Red Glove Milton who got the Moistest Era series that he cracked off. Shout out to Red. But if you moist on these fighters like that, you so damn emotionally invested into these guys that when we can say something that might not be bigging up your favorite guy, if you one of them individuals, man, stay the fuck off this platform. Stay the fuck off. You feel me? Because we ain't caring about y'all's fucking feelings with this shit. We just caring about the truth. And we're gonna back it up with facts and use rational thinking. A lot of you dudes just use emotion and screaming and hollering. Okay? And from now on, man, I'm not allowing no motherfuckers on this platform. Yeah, you might have boxing knowledge, but if you got casual ass energy and you associate yourself with casual ass niggas, I can't fuck with you. It's not nothing personal. It's not personal. Just can't fuck with you, man, because you don't fit into the description of what we doing. Okay? More than anything, I'm an energy kind of person, so sometimes your casual ass energy can fuck up the vibe of what we got going. Bias says he's listening in from work. He might have a few minutes. Okay, cool, bro. It's all good. It is all good. So shout out to everybody, man, that has been part of this UDC movement, this true media movement, realist boxing talk movement, this Vada or Nada movement, keeping the same energy movement. Truth is the new hate. Y'all know that. And the ones that tell the most truth get the most hate. That's just a fact. You can look at other channels. You can look at IBFP. Shout out to IBFP. Get a lot of hate. You were like, damn, why is he getting so much hate? Because he's telling too much truth. Shout out to Bruce fucking Vane. Gets a lot of hate. Why does he get a lot of hate? He's telling too much truth. Truth is the new hate. That shit crazy. What's up, dog? What's going down? So we're going to get right into it, man. We're going to get right into it. Once again, salute to everybody participating and the ones catching playback. Be so kind, hit the like button if you like today's content. If not, choose the other thumb. And if you bold enough, get in the comments, and let us know why you hate me or why you don't like the content. So we got Canelo versus the KRUSHER, man. Looks like it's going to be going down. I think they say November or something like that. We're going to talk about how Mikey Garcia is a layup for PAC. That's an easy fight, like an easy score, right? It's an easy bag for Pacquiao. So Mikey's just a layup, Shout out to Unbiased Boxing Talk. I saw his video yesterday. Great video, man. Like, how does a guy who loses to Errol Spence get the Pacquiao fight when Errol Spence was trying to get that fight? But Mikey ended up landing the shit. So it just shows you the blueprint over there on TBC side. It's not about who you beat. It's not about your resume. It's not about fighting the the best fighting the best. None of that shit. It's just about, can you sell? And if you can sell, you can get the best fights, even if you don't deserve that, right? Mikey fought one fight at welterweight. He got his ass whooped, and he's about to get rewarded with a pay-per-view fight, possibly a pay-per-view fight with Manny Pacquiao. Now, I'm not mad at Manny Pacquiao for fighting Mikey. Pacquiao fought a tough fucking fight with Keith, and he deserved a tune-up. And Mikey is a layup. That's easy. That is an easy money grab for Manny Pacquiao. Straight up. And then we're just going to talk about Wilder's legacy. Is anybody thrilled by his legacy at this point? Anybody? I was just sitting here thinking, like, is this nigga going to announce this Ortiz fight anytime soon? Anytime soon. Are you even boxing anymore? Or are you you know, uh, practicing your lines for Creed 3 or whatever, you know? So it's a lot of different things, man, to cover today. But I was gonna say shout out to Trav because his video was on Shakur Stevenson, and I addressed it when this news first broke that Shakur Stevenson, man, got dropped from the WBC rankings, and I didn't put this in the topic, although I could have, but before I saw that video, I already had the title already in. I'm like, damn, that'd be a good another title topic to talk about is Shakur Stevenson ducking his Vada Clean Boxing program, his opponent having to push for Vada testing instead of it just being naturally accepted. Same thing with Errol Spence. Shout out to Trav as well, letting it be known in the past, like Carol Brook had to literally go to Twitter and have this man to turn in his fucking forms to enroll, to submit himself into the Vada Clean Boxing program. We know he was dropped out of rankings. A lot of these guys that have been dropped out of the rankings, WBC rankings, or have failed to enroll in the clean boxing program, I don't support these guys. I don't. Okay, it's too much of a risk. It's too much suspicion revolving around these guys. Okay, but a lot of the fans, the casuals, they don't care about that kind of stuff, and they are only concerned about their fighters winning. They're only concerned about their fighters winning. They don't care about how they win. They don't care about what they put in their body. Gerald Miller talking about he gonna be back in October, and I'm like, nigga, what? For them to allow this shit, just lets you know, man, it's just all about the money, and they don't care about the health of these fighters. That's why as media, true media, we gotta shed light on that because these other niggas are not doing it. They don't hardly talk about testing at all. They don't care about it. Dudes is losing their lives in that fucking ring, man. They losing their lives in that ring. And one way to ensure that there is better safety or a lower risk of a fatal injury in that ring is to ensure that these guys are clean fighters, man, that they're tested regularly. Everybody that's in the sport of boxing should be tested regularly, but especially those guys in the top echelon of the sport, top 20, top 15 of whatever sanctioning body. Doesn't matter. They should be tested through the Vada Clean Boxing program or through some great testing program that is going to ensure that they're tested randomly all year round. But, guys, it's crazy. And people act like it's a problem that we talk about this. But that's what happens when their favorite fighter is the ones ducking Vada. When their favorite fighters that don't want to be tested at all. Okay? When their favorite fighters got to be put on blast on social media because they fucking delaying enrolling in that fucking clean boxing program. Like these guys get so mad at us for exposing this shit. And it's because these guys got these agendas to make sure that these guys look squeaky clean and make sure that these guys look like, they ain't got no dirt under their fingernails. But they do. A lot of them, they do. That shit crazy says Mikey would just be another Garcia camp victim to PAC. He destroyed Margarito and Rios. Like, come on, man. Mikey ain't about to do shit with Pacquiao. Anybody giving Mikey an opportunity or shot versus Pacquiao. Now we know Mikey probably gonna push for Vada testing. So Manny might not take that fight. But we know Manny's the A side. And being the A side, you get to dictate certain things. That's just the reality of it, man. You get to dictate certain things when you're the A side. So with that being said, he pushed for Vada testing with Errol. Errol don't want no part of Vada. I don't care who feelings I heard with that. He don't want no part of fucking Vada. This nigga, man, just runs from that motherfucker. He runs from the Vada Clean Boxing program, and he get his little fucking fan hoes to keep fucking got something to say about it. Still defending the nigga. You know, and I'm just like, look, y'all niggas you can support whoever you want to support, but I don't support no non-vital fighters, bro. I don't. That's why I got Terence Crawford at my number one. Okay, number one. No suspicions of PEDs. Never popped dirty for nothing. Never dropped out of the rankings in the WBC or ducked the Vita Clean Boxing program. None of that. None of that. Lomachenko, they consider him top pound for pound, but there's no guarantee that he's a clean athlete. He ain't been enrolled in that Vita Clean Boxing program. None of that shit. None of that. He just got the WBC belt, right? Two guys that have not been in that Vita Clean Boxing program or have been avoiding it is going after WBC strap this year, finally, this year. You know? So, going forward, hopefully ain't no funny business on the WBC side as far as allowing these guys to get breaks and not actually get tested because of the politics, because of money and shit. Unbiased says Mikey getting slaughtered by Manny. Yeah. I don't see it going no other way. John Dealey, what's up, man? What's going on with you, man? First time seeing you. If you're new, subscribe, hit that bell, and join this UGC True Media movement, dog. Chin Smoke says, I have to agree. Pac-Man going to eat Mikey up. Pause. Yeah, he gonna beat the fuck out that dude, man. You know? And the only reason why Mikey is campaigning around 147 is got to be for that bag. It's for the bag, man. This guy probably should still be fighting at 135 or 140. Flat out. 135 or 140. There's no reason why this guy, knowing he ain't fucking supposed to be at 147, there's no reason he should be still up there fighting. You know? Got completely, everybody bragged about how elite he was, right? Then he just got dominated by Errol. He didn't win one round. Silly nigga was getting dominated every round, and then he raising up his hand like he did something good in the round and shit. I'm like, get this guy out of here. You up here embarrassing Robert. And I fuck with Robert Garcia. He's a great trainer. Great. But you embarrassing your bro. Put your hand down and sit your ass down. Hand down, sit down. But there was no man down. Okay? Shout out to Vada. You know, Errol, you know, couldn't do shit with that Vada testing, man. Whole body changed up. I don't give a fuck about what a nigga said about that. That nigga body changed, you know. It went from a 10-pack to a goddamn deflated 6-pack and shit with that Vada testing. Fucking all of a sudden, Blu-ray is I don't know. Blu-ray is now a DVD. It's just a DVD player now. You know, Blu-ray went back to the DVD. He ain't fucking strength condition coach no more. You know, out of nowhere. Vada got these niggas shook. Got these niggas packing their suitcases and heading for the hills. They don't want no part of it. Unbiased says, Manny footwork, hand speed, and aggression, ring IQ. Mikey is done. And he won't be getting outboxed. Manny ain't trying to showcase boxing ability. He's going to knock the tacos out Mikey. Yeah, boy, it's going to be a fiesta until you get dropped. Dropped and stopped. Then they got to put on that sad Spanish song for him. Here's what it is. Oh, Mikey Garcia. He went down to Manny. With the fucking trumpets and shit. You know how the Mexicans do. Shout out to the Mexicans, man. Make sure y'all get that fucking that song cranked up for Mikey. He gonna get his ass beat. He gonna get his ass beat. And Pacquiao gonna do to Mikey what Errol should have did to him. Beat the little guy coming up. You know, Knock the little guy. Knock out the little guy coming up is what I meant to say. Knock out the little guy coming up. You know? I don't even want to get on this nigga Errol, this fucking lying shit. You know? And that's why I go hard on this nigga, man. You ain't gonna be able to call yourself the truth around me and be out here lying like a motherfucker. You know? Oh my God. Sean Porter's face was so priceless, bro. Priceless. When that nigga Errol flat out lied talking about, I wasn't trying to hurt him. I wasn't trying to hurt him. What is with this nigga, the stupid shit that comes out of his mouth? You don't even think, I don't think. It's just, I don't know if the fucking Ciroc that burned off his goddamn brain cells. I don't know. He just, I wasn't even trying to hurt him. I wasn't trying to hurt Mike. I'm gonna knock you out though. I'm gonna knock you out though. Okay. That nigga Sean was like, nigga, what? What? You wasn't trying to hurt him? That's what we doing? That's what we doing. So we lying. So we out here lying. But you calling yourself the truth. You will tell a clear lie. Like nigga, you admitted you was trying to get him out of there. And then you just check, like, how you gonna say you was trying to get him out of there, but not trying to hurt him? Anybody heard of somebody being knocked out but not hurt? I mean, is this nigga dumb or what? Man, I hate going hard on this nigga, but nigga, hey, change your fucking nickname, nigga. Because you're not the truth, bro. You keep lying. You keep lying. Your fucking trainer is a liar. You're a fucking liar, dog. You're a liar. You know? Yeah, man. He went back to the DVDs and shit. He done downgraded back to the DVD shit. You know, Blu-ray then morphed into a human being to train niggas in boxing. And then Vada came around. Now he back to just being the DVD. Fuck out of here with that shit, man. And y'all nigga want to tell me ain't no suspicious shit, nigga? Please. Negro, please. That shit crazy says, to be honest, fellas, I love boxing and enjoy listening to content creators, but all this racial bandwagoning is becoming juvenile. Hey, salute to Batshit Crazy for that comment. All facts. All you got to do is look at the UGC roster. We're very diverse, sir. Well diverse. Okay? I don't care if you're white, if you're Mexican, if you're black, if you're Chinese, okay? Whatever you are, does not matter to me. Okay? As long as you can talk this true media, if you can get with this true media talk, I can fuck with you. I don't look at skin tone and all that. I just look at intent, look at the heart, the intent, right? And integrity. That's it. Heart, intent, and integrity. And if you pass that criteria for me, we good. We good. I don't care about none of that other shit, man. None of that other shit I don't care about. Dudes are so concerned about protecting a complexion. And some of these niggas that might be your complexion could be fucking cheats, fucking liars, okay? Your complexion will not excuse you from the fuck shit that you do. And it's not going to excuse you from getting this work on the UTC side, flat out. So, once again, if you do not, like I told y'all, the subs is going to go up, it's going to go down, okay? But I'd rather take 100, 200, 300 solid, real individuals, man. Once they want to hear real boxing talk, not out here for no agendas. And if you just here for only support a black fighter, this might not be the place for you. You're here to just support a white fighter. It might not be the place for you. You're here to just support just one particular demographic. It might not be the place for you. Okay? Eventually, your fighter could get the smoke. Your favorite fighter could get the smoke. Okay? And when you leave, I won't lose no sleep. I won't lose no sleep. Because these subs and all that shit, that ain't, man, come on. I don't care about that, bro. I don't care about that. I'm on we a lot of my niggas in UC Click, we on YouTube because we passionate about what we do. This is a platform for us to get out the content that we want to get, that we want to put out. Ain't nobody fucking with us, man. Y'all can see, man. You got niggas that's this is so crazy about it, man. Like niggas act like they hate us, right? They act like they got such a problem with what the UGC do, but they got niggas trying to sneak their way into the UGC, right? You got niggas that's trying to act like they down with us, but then they bring their casual ass energy over here with that bullshit, and they get stepped on. They get stepped on. You know how many niggas have come over here and left with L's? A lot. It's a whole lot. And I can choose any nigga on that roster to get you up out of here with that fake shit and that casual shit. I just read niggas, man. I just read dudes, man. Somebody said, that motherfucker said he wasn't trying to hurt his opponent in a boxing ring. I mean, like, bro, you gotta have some of the most stupidest quotes, bro, in 2018 and 2019. Do you know what this nigga said last year? This nigga said, in 2015, I was 15 years old. Let me say that one more time. This nigga said last year, in 2015, I was 15 years old. I mean, he don't even think before he says certain things. I just be like, holy God. Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. Who is, hey, come on. Somebody be a spokesperson for this dude right here. Because truthfully, the nigga can't talk. Truthfully, the nigga be lying. You know? I'm sorry, nigga. I mean, hey, truth does hurt, especially for you fanboys. That's why you niggas be just, God damn. Y'all moist, man. A lot of you fanboys, y'all moist niggas, man. We gotta tell y'all some moist niggas. Y'all are. Never in my life, bro, have I gone out of my way to defend somebody I don't fucking know. To defend somebody who don't need my help.
What's good, Black?
I'm biased. What's up, dog?
Shit, man. Just chilling. Yeah, man.
What's up, man?
Landscape of boxing is weird, right?
Oh, talk about it, bro.
I'm just saying it. Like, how does Mikey Garcia, like we said, get beat for a full 12 and then bump Spence out of the way for a pay-per-view fight with Manny Pacquiao? And it's crazy, Black. And that's why I made that video. I have not seen one video of anybody saying about how bad Errol Spence is being treated by Al Heyman. Not one video. But when Bob couldn't get the Crawford and Manny Pacquiao fight, there was the propaganda machines was just pumping out videos and just saying how bad Bob is treating Crawford, et cetera, et cetera. But we have not yet to see one video about how bad Errol Spence has been treated by PBC. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, talk about too, man, Wilder's legacy. Like, what is your thoughts about Wilder's legacy? I haven't heard an announcement on this Ortiz fight, if it's going to happen still. I mean, is there days, is there venue? This guy is crazy. What's your thoughts on that?
For me, his legacy, I mean, it's just like it's Luis Ortiz, I think that he honestly has always been at the back of the heavyweight to meet division because of the simple fact that he wasn't fighting the best. Like, he could have fought Povetkin, but he didn't want to because he popped dirty, which is just hypocrisy at its best. Because then you turned around and you fought Luis Ortiz and you fought Tyson Fury. You should have at least put Povetkin on your resume as well. You know what I mean? You could have fought him. You could have fought a Derek Chisora. A lot of the top heavyweights at the time that Wilder was coming up were not in America because there was no good heavyweights in America. He had to go and fight, the Chisoras, Joseph Parker, you should have offered him more money to get that unification. Charles Martin was right there, with you on the same stable. Yet Al Heyman sent him to Joshua to become a champion. So I mean, some of it is not his fault, and then some of it is. You know what I mean? So
Right. But when it's all said and done, I mean, we still don't know what's going to happen in the future. But I just feel like, it's just, I don't know. I just see that the legacy of these heavyweights is not the same as it used to be.
Oh yeah, no.
In the the heavyweights of old, man, their legacies were so incredible. They fought everybody. Their resumes was packed, and they were more respected. They wasn't talking about how much money they got or A side. I don't think I've ever heard that before back in the day. A side this, A side that. It's like these guys really wanted to fight, and they actually. The difference I see from the fighters then and the fighters now, they actually cared to be the people's champ. They cared about what the people thought about them. It seems like these fighters now, they're too under some form of a mind control. Like you said, it might be the choker chain spell or something. I'm starting to believe it, man. These guys only care about how many social media followers they have. They care about what they wearing and cashing checks, man, so they can get their new chains and their new whip. Whereas if these guys, go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say, man. Anytime that you talk to a PBC fanboy who's like combative, the first thing he goes to when I bring up all of the legacy that other fighters on other networks are chasing and accomplishing, the only thing that they could bring up is, well, is he a star? He's not a star though, right? Exactly. Hey, Tank Davis, he's gonna be a star. Errol Spence, he's gonna be a star. I'm like, bro, is that all you care about? Is that what you care about? Are you getting some of the pay-per-view money that they're gonna receive when they get like? I don't get that part. That's what confuses me. I don't get it.
Right. Like, is that what this turn? It's like it's turning into WrestleMania type shit. It's just all about somebody who is popular. And it's like these guys you can pull their card on something that's related to boxing, and they'll say some shit like, "Well, my chain costs more than everything you got."
That's facts. Exactly.
Like, did you just hit me with your material possession when I'm talking to you about something that's just actual and factual about your career, what's going on in the sport of boxing? These guys want to. It's like nowadays, they want to take this shit outside of boxing because these guys are not really all in. They really just using the sport of boxing for their own material benefits, financial benefit. But it's not the same, man. These guys don't care about the fans. Matter of fact, the fans have boxing fans. It's expensive to be a boxing fan now, especially if you're a PBC fanboy or some shit.
Right. Yeah. No, 100%, man. And that just seems to be the counter all the time is how good Al Heyman is treating these fighters, how much money they're making. Why do you care? The guy for like Errol Spence has been a professional 1 year less than Terence Crawford, and he has not unified a belt yet. Look at all of the shit that Terence Crawford has accomplished. And then when you think about it, on top of it, Errol Spence is an Olympian. So he should have been fast tracked more than Crawford. So they pretty much hold Errol Spence's career out to the maximum because he should have had all those opportunities to fight all those top welterweights on PBC, but he didn't. But they want to say he's on the right side of the street. Now we know that Manny Pacquiao is about to fight Mikey. Are you on the right side of the street? Are you really? I don't think so, man.
It's like, it makes me wonder. Now, I understand that they got a certain plan for their certain fighters. Like, I heard yesterday he was at the Cowboys' first game of the season, promoting it. I think they mentioned the fight or something like that, right? But everything you said is facts. It's like, why are they moving his career so slow? And then the dumb shit that keeps coming out of Errol's mouth when he says shit like Bud Crawford's on the wrong side of the street, yet his legacy is already solidified. He can
Right.
lose, and he can lose at this point, and it don't fucking matter because he's gonna still be remembered in the history of boxing. If they both retire today, right now, Crawford will be remembered. Errol will not. You know how many
Yeah.
niggas have won one belt, bro? That ain't shit. That ain't shit, man. Come on. And this is the shit that we talk about. Why niggas want to hate on what the fuck we talk about, because it's just real shit. This guy has won one belt. He beat a guy who was coming off a loss, coming down in weight and coming off a loss. Not just any loss. We're talking about one of the worst type of injuries. He had his face broke.
Yeah.
You know, he won the fight. Credit to him. But we're gonna act like
And
this is the most miraculous thing to where guys got this guy pound for pound.
but the thing is, Black, as well, people don't factor in the Kell Brook win. I don't take it like I don't give him that much credit for it because of the simple fact that if you just research how to help your face heal, it says do not box. And how long was he out before he fought Spence? You know, the doctor tells you not to do any form of boxing. Yet you had all these channels saying that he was ducking Spence. No, he was trying to heal his face. And then
Right.
you forced him into a fight with Errol Spence where he was not fully healed, and then obviously Errol Spence won. And now you want to give him all of the credit. And in the fight, he struggled. So it's like, damn.
Right. Even on top of all of that, he fucking struggled. You know, if it wasn't for his face giving out, I think arguably people would say he was losing the fucking fight. You know, he probably could have got out the box if it would have went the distance. You know, he probably would have lost the decision. But either way, he won the fucking fight. But you can clearly say it's safe to say that you got to give credit to in Errol Spence's two biggest fights. You got to give the credit to his opponents. Took a fuck that he shouldn't have took, coming off that fucking face surgery, you know. But that Kell Brook gets the courage points, the bravery points for going in there and attempting that, especially after coming down off, you know what I'm saying, getting beat by Triple G, right? And then Mikey gets the credit for coming up and facing Errol Spence. In two of those fights, realistically, Errol does not get credit for that. Like, praise for doing something that really his opponents were at disadvantages, both of them. Those are his two biggest fights. That's why I'm looking at this fight with Sean Porter so closely, and I want to see if he's really the truth, even though he's lied so fucking much. But if he's the truth in that ring as far as the skill set is concerned, and we can clearly say that Sean Porter fought the better Kell Brook.
Oh, for
Right?
sure. That's without a doubt. Yeah, he fought Kell Brook in 2013 when he was in his actual prime. Didn't just get destroyed.
Undefeated.
Undefeated, yeah. So,
So
yep.
when guys try to compare and say, well, Errol, he stopped Kell Brook. Nigga, so did Triple G. Triple G stopped him. Like, what is y'all talking about? And then
Right.
Sean fought him when he had no losses. You know, that's why I respect guys that fight guys that are in their prime and they're undefeated, and then guys try to give credit to the guys who beat these guys after they already lost. Like, you know, I gave Floyd credit for beating Ricky Hatton when he beat him. Ricky Hatton was undefeated. You know, he was red hot, and then Floyd went in there and beat an undefeated Ricky Hatton. You know, Floyd went in there and beat an undefeated Canelo Alvarez. You know, so beating a guy who already been beat is not as spectacular. You know, Sean got beat by the best Kell Brook. Okay, Errol beat the broken Kell Brook. So
Yeah.
we got to stop using that as a triangle theory to believe in their mind that Errol's just going to go in there and man down Sean and just dominate him. You know, we're going to have to see that. Just going to have to see that happen.
Yep. And this fight's gonna tell a lot, man. And I feel like again, just watching footage and just I've always had this issue with Earl Spence and Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua just proved it to me that he didn't, it wasn't his plans to fix it. When you get hit and you close your eyes, you can't see what's coming next. And it's just true. Versus a speedy fighter, somebody who has quick hands, they're gonna beat the shit out of you because you got your eyes closed, you don't see what's coming. So, and I just feel like Terence Crawford style is bad for Spence. Sean Porter has underrated quick hands too. So I feel like he's going to give Spence problems until he could figure out how to neutralize Sean Porter, which for me would be most likely a clinch. You know what I mean? Because he's rough on the inside, so trying to like fight him on the inside is kind of stupid because you're gonna catch a headbutt or some shit. So you might as well clinch him, push him at a distance, and box him at a distance. That's what I see. Kind of like what Crawford did to Jeff Horn. That's your best bet.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that's participating in this live stream, man. Be so kind, hit the like button. We got Unbiased or Biased Boxing Talk on the platform. Make sure you guys hit this icon in the chat, subscribe to him, or go to the channels tab and find him there and support him, man. Fire content. John Dealey says Manny doesn't want to fight Spence. Spence is too big, 5'9" with a 72-inch reach. Manny is 5'5" and a 67-inch reach. Manny don't want no part of Spence. I don't know if I believe that.
Nah, bro.
I don't know if I believe that, man. Why do y'all think Pacquiao is scared of Errol? I don't understand that. I get it, y'all want to keep talking about his size and all of this shit, man, but who did he fight that Manny should just be so scared about? Like, what win should Manny look at like, oh, yeah, you know. Come on now, he just got in there with arguably one of the biggest punchers at welterweight and beat him. He beat an undefeated Keith Thurman. You know, now I know a lot of people rate Errol Spence above Keith because of his inactivity, but he ain't fucking accomplished what Keith did. He ain't fought the competition that Keith has. He's not as proven as Keith is. So this is going to be his first really big test since the Kell Brook fight for us to determine if he's a legitimate top dog at welterweight and if he's really here to stay. Because I know Sean Porter's a top dog.
And also, it's like, does he not? I mean, no disrespect to you, John Daly, but Manny Pacquiao has been fighting guys and with that height and reach for pretty much his whole career at welterweight. Yeah. So I don't think he's afraid.
Way more skills, way more power. Come on now. So
and I see this new narrative. Like, okay, people are saying, Jeff Bud shouldn't get any credit for Jeff Horn, the fight he had at welterweight. It's like he had the fight at welterweight. He was coming up from 140 pounds. And mind you, everybody, even including Earl Spence, said that Jeff Horn was going to give Terence Crawford problems because of his size and the fight with Manny Pacquiao that he previously just had. And that, since Horn was using his size advantage and the rough and rugged style that he had, it was going to give Terence Crawford all problems. Crawford goes in there and just washes him. So now since Horn went up to middleweight and lost to Safara, now everybody's trying to say, well, look what Safara did to him at middleweight. So he's just a bum. It's just dumb. It's dumb logic.
That's the stupidest logic ever, dog. Whoever out here pushing that logic, man, you dumb. You really are dumb. Because if this guy went up and got beat at a higher weight class, that does not discredit what Crawford did to him when he was fighting at a lower weight class. Like, and y'all got to remember, Crawford came up and did that in his first fight at welterweight. Right. Are niggas not thinking? Like, if y'all not have logic, put this shit together, make it make sense. Horn going up to middleweight and getting his ass whooped has nothing to do with Bud Crawford beating his ass at 147. It's ridiculous, man. Y'all got to get off the dumb shit, man.
Well, that's their new narrative.
It's a new narrative every fucking day, ain't it?
Yeah. Yep. But let me answer John Delay in the chat. He said, who's had reach like that at welterweight? Well, Manny Pacquiao fought Margarito, who had 73-inch reach, and he whooped his ass. So I don't think I just don't believe that he's scared of Spence because of reach or height. No. What I honestly think right now is that which I think is smart for Manny is Manny's forcing Bud and Spence to fight. And I think he'll fight the winner because that'll be a big money fight. You know what I mean?
We everybody know that as long as Pacquiao is still in the sport of boxing, fighting, he's going to be the A side over anybody. Okay? So at this point, like, shit, if he take Mikey, Pacquiao deserves a tune-up. He took some punishment in that fucking Keith fight. He deserved a tune-up. He just won a belt. And come on, man. I just don't believe that Pacquiao will be scared of an Errol Spence, man. Now, y'all fanboys want us to push that out, that narrative that, oh, Pacquiao don't want no smoke with Errol Spence. You know, hey, just stay focused on the easy road that's in front of him. Okay. And y'all got to make sure that dude look really good. He needs to look very impressive versus Sean.
He got to get a knockout.
He got to get the KO.
I'm holding him.
I'm not. See, look, I'm a type of boxing fan that I'm a real boxing fan, so I don't really care to see a KO every fight. But when you run in your mouth, you talking about I'm gonna knock you out though, right? You lied about not wanting to hurt Mikey and shit, and then you want to fuck around, turn around and say, but I'm gonna knock you out though. So you didn't knock out. You wasn't trying to hurt the lightweight, but because you got a welterweight in front of you, you want to try to hurt him and knock him out. You know, so motherfucking Errol the live Spence and shit. You know, he gotta just fucking be consistent with what the fuck he say. You know, so
right.
He puts unnecessary pressure on himself.
Facts. Exactly. And then his fan base gets upset when you hold him to his word. And then they want to say, well, come on, man, this is boxing. Boxers are going to say anything. But then they want to listen to Spence when he said he just wanted to show boxing ability. They want to choose and pick what they want to listen to, what Spence has to say. It's funny, man. These guys, man, they got an agenda, bro. It's crazy.
Hell fucking yeah, man. Like, if you can't see that these niggas out here got these agendas for these certain fighters, bro, you sleep, bro. You sleep. You know, you trapped in the matrix. You under that MK shit or something. You sleep like a motherfucker. So we're gonna go hard on that fake shit, you know, because you can't be out here calling yourself the truth and lying like a motherfucker. And this is the thing about it is because all his fanboys said that Mikey was gonna get knocked out. All of them.
Yeah.
He didn't knock him out. Now everybody said, oh, he just wanted to show off his boxing ability. When the nigga clearly said, see, he contradicted himself. He said he was trying to hurt Mikey. He was trying to get Mikey out of there. Then he changed and said he wasn't trying to hurt him. See, so are y'all going to change y'all story back? Like, first y'all said that he was just doing his boxing skills because that's what Errol said, right? And then he said he's when he was trying to get him out of there. And then his nigga switched back. So it's like, y'all are not consistent and not applying his feet to the fire when he's saying shit to put himself in his own situation.
Shout out to Ring IQ. He had a video about this, and he even put up the video where Errol Spence said out of his own mouth that, you know, he aimed to knock out Mikey early. He said that. He said, I'm going, you know, I aim to punish all of my opponents, and it would be good if I could knock out Mikey early. I'm going to go for it if I can get it.
If I can go, if I see every time I'm gonna spark you. He said that. He said that motherfucker, that shit in the face to face. That, you know, he would spark Mikey. He's going in there to punish guys. So how can you punish somebody but not hurt them?
Right.
Can you explain that? You punish someone but not hurt them. I've never heard of a punishment absent of pain. I just never heard of that, fam. This nigga is not the truth, bro. You can't be out here telling lies, bro. I mean, unless y'all niggas just feel like his skills is the truth in the ring. But I mean, I look at truth in a whole different dynamic. Like, when you talk, truth need to come out. Okay, carry yourself in the truthful kind of way. You don't look a man in the eye and tell him, I wasn't even trying to hurt this dude.
He called himself strap season with one belt. That shit is a lie too.
Oh shit, man. God damn, this nigga Crawford can have a field day with that strap season shit. Just roasting the fuck out that nigga with that. Yeah, Indigenous says he's not scared of anyone, I believe. I mean, come on. Manny Pacquiao, at the level Manny Pacquiao is at, it ain't no fear in Manny Pacquiao. Okay. Now, he's a prize fighter. I know he's going to take the smartest fight, the fight that can make the most money for him at that particular time. And I felt like he took that key fight because that was the fight that the most beneficial fight for him at that time. So that's it, you know, and sorry to hurt y'all's feelings, fanboys, but that's the whole bottom line of it. Keith brought more money to the table.
A bigger star.
Spence. He's a bigger star. He put it.
Yep.
He's been more proven, and Pacquiao knew that he will be considered the #1 welterweight, you know, by beating the guy who was considered the #1 welterweight, you know. So beating Errol, people were like, well, shit, okay, well, shit, Sean is still a champ. Sean got a hell of a resume. You ain't beat Sean, you ain't beat Keith. So it's like, go to the top. Why not fight the one of the toughest competitions, and then, you know, work your way down. You know, of course, Errol's taking the easy road. So,
but you know what else, Black? Like, let's say Spence really wanted to show us boxing ability, right, in the fight with Mikey. Okay, you're up 6 rounds to 0. I think we get it now. How about close the show? You showed us you could outbox him after winning 6 rounds straight to 0. So at that point, you could have literally just turned it up and then took him out, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because he couldn't. If he could, he would have. You know what I mean? So come on.
Yeah. John Diddy says, okay, Margarito was a bitch shot at the time. You are right about the reach, though. Mayweather, Mosley, and Algeria all have a plus 70-inch reach. Yeah. I mean, Pacquiao bench fighting guys taller than him, longer reach. He's pretty much shorter than everybody he get in the ring with, man. So he's at a disadvantage with everybody. That's why it looks so incredible.
This motherfucker's shorter than Lomachenko. Like, he's small. He's shorter than Lomachenko, and he's fighting at welterweight. So
right.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I lost my placement. Oh, John Dealey says, I agree. Spence should have knocked out Mikey. Spence hasn't had a defining fight yet. I personally think Spence is a weight bully.
Oh, damn.
I'm not going to say the weight bully part, but I agree with the first 2 sentences you said. You said, I agree Spence should have knocked out Mikey. Spence hasn't had a defining fight yet. Yeah. This fight right here against Sean is going to be his defining fight. This is going to be his defining fight. There will be no excuses. There will be no, injuries or, you know, broke face and shit like that, or little guy coming up. He got to get this win right here. He got to get this win right here to be really considered a top welterweight, you know, because now he's fighting another top guy.
You know, I'm not going to call him a weight bully. I don't really believe in that. You make weight, you make weight. He may be bigger than them guys, but there have been bigger welterweights than Errol Spence that fought at that division. So I can't really say that. That's kind of contradiction. Then, because if you go to the Leonard era, you had Hearns, who had big time reach advantage over everybody. He was just taller and lengthier than everybody. So, but I feel like Errol Spence has a lot to show in this fight, man. And again, you know, he can't be out here saying Porter is the easy road, and Porter, he also said Porter is an easier fight than Mikey Garcia. So if you're gonna say that, now you got to prove that. Now we got to hold this guy accountable for something at least.
Yeah. Shout out to Karate Body. Said Spence was having a little trouble trying to figure Mikey out the first 2 rounds. Maybe that was possible, but after, I think, midway, he pretty much was dominating, dog. So, like Umbias said, once you showed us that you can outbox this guy, you can go ahead and get him out of there, bro. You proved that within the first 6 rounds, I think. That you're a better fighter, better boxer, a better technician than Mikey Garcia. We understood that. It was getting boring. I was like, is he going to knock this nigga out or what? All he doing is fucking embarrassing this nigga through the round, and Mikey go back to the corner with his hand raised and shit. Like, get this nigga out of here, bro. Stop him. Come on, man down. Where's that?
I mean, it was kind of weird. Yeah, exactly. It was weird seeing Mr. Man down, just fight on his back foot for 80% of the fight besides rounds 9 and 12. Like, what's going on? What am I watching? That's the first thing I was thinking. Like, for real, I was like, what am I watching? Why isn't Spence dog walking him like everybody said he was going to do and stop him in 5? Now he's being backed up by Mikey in spots, being evasive and all this shit when, you could easily have just, if you could have stopped him, you could have stopped him, but clearly he couldn't. So
he clearly couldn't. And why he just can't be honest about it? Like, you know what? Mikey was a better fighter than I thought, even though I was a better boxer than him, but he's very durable. I couldn't hurt him. He couldn't. He was just not going to. He was not going to be stopped in that fight. He don't want to just give Mikey credit because it would be like a knock on himself. I guess. I don't know, man. That nigga just he just been making a fool out of himself, dog. He just been making a fool out of his motherfucking self, dog.
It was between that fight and then the Wilder versus Fury fight, on some real shit. No, matter of fact, the Anthony Joshua Ruiz fight, but I'm gonna talk about the Wilder Fury fight. When I first seen that shit, bruh, I couldn't believe what I was watching. Like, I closed my computer down. I was like, yo, Wilder gonna stop Fury in like 3 or 4 rounds because Fury's last 2 fights, he looked like trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, Wilder is getting him out of there. It's gonna be an early night. This dude Fury is over here outboxing Wilder. I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm like, you let this fat cokehead come back, fight Sefer Safari and Pineda and do this to you? Like, what is going on, Wilder? I couldn't believe it, man.
Right,
and then Anthony Joshua versus Ruiz, bro. I was sick, man. I was like, yo, my guy's about to get Andy the fuck up out of here. In the third round, once he dropped Andy, I was like, yup, it's over. It's over. But when Andy got up, you could see clearly Andy was not hurt. Andy was ready. So when AJ went for it, I was like, damn, he don't look too hurt, AJ. You might want to back up. That shot came, hit him in his temple. It was over. It was over, man. Ruiz just whooped his ass after that.
Yep. I mean, I think we learned a valuable lesson in the sport of boxing that when you got a guy that's very, very active, he's coming off a fight and going into another fight, no long delay. Just, he got the momentum from his previous win, going back to training camp and then going into an actual big mega title fight. That's a tough guy to beat. That's a tough guy to beat. And then also the factor of changing opponents midway through training camp. It actually was more than midway, I think. And I even said this before, like, nobody could have got mad at AJ if he would have just got an easier replacement, after Gerald Miller, who's supposed to be coming back this year, crazy and shit. But he fucked up. So I don't think it wouldn't have been AJ's fault, and nobody could have really given him that much smoke. Of course, the casuals would have, and fanboys of PBC and shit would have given him all kind of smoke. But you can't blame AJ for taking a lighter competition opponent after a guy popped dirty, because you had a whole training camp. You were preparing for one guy, and then you got to switch up for another guy, and you were trying to do the right thing, get the next best competition. But we're going to see in this rematch, being that he has a whole full training camp to prepare for Ruiz, if he can make the necessary adjustments. I mean, he actually let out his game plan low key. He said he's not going to be in close quarters with him. He's going to let his combination go from a distance and not be in close, because he shouldn't have been there in the first place, throwing uppies and short hooks with the nigga.
Right. You don't fight. Yeah. You don't fight a shorter guy up close. That's not really what you want to do. You want to keep him at distance. But, I feel like AJ's still dangerous on the inside, but I feel like this fight's most likely going to be like a Joseph Parker snooze fest, because that's what I think he's aiming for now, because he sees that Ruiz is like Parker and Ruiz. They're both dangerous on the inside because they have quick ass hands, so they can hit you with sneaky close hooks, and that can hurt. You know what I'm saying? Parker has serious pop too. You know what I mean? And it's blinding hand speed. So you don't really want to fight those guys up close. So he has the right game plan, I think. But I don't know. I feel like Ruiz maybe isn't as focused as he first was. So that might play into AJ's favor. AJ looks like he's, very serious about this fight now. So he's more taking Ruiz serious than looking over him. So we got to see what the outcome will be.
I mean, one thing we know, when you lose, it changes your whole focus. It makes you change some things. You got to take shit more serious. A lot of times when guys take losses, they wasn't taking things serious. I remember the legend Muhammad Ali, when he lost to Joe Frazier, they said that he was out partying. He wasn't really taking the shit serious. You saw what he did in the rematch. So we've seen guys, especially at heavyweight, get their ass whooped because they was taking a guy lightly, or they wasn't really taking it serious, or they was out there partying or whatever. And then you see him in the rematch, like, okay, yeah, I just fucked up in that fight. I wasn't, really pushing myself in training camp like I should have. And but I'm gonna show you in this rematch. Like if he go in there and then like say get Ruiz out of there in like one round, then we gonna know like damn, yeah, it's just this nigga just had an off night. You know, it was probably the moment, you know, the nerves or some shit. But we just gotta see. Karate Body says Spence was tentative. He would freeze up at times when Mikey would let his hands go. That's one of the main reasons I don't think he can beat Crawford. Yeah, good comment.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been
If you with a lightweight, okay, I mean, man, you don't bring that tentative shit around Bud, man. That's why he ain't trying to, you know, go after that fucking fight.
But that's what people always say, that Errol Spence is a big puncher. He hits, really hard, but so does Crawford. Crawford, if you really think about it, break it down, when you look through the divisions that he's been going through, it's like his power has been translating. At 135, he was a decent puncher. When he went to 140, he became a puncher. Like he dropped Victor Postal. He stopped pretty much everybody there at 140. Thomas Delorme stopped him. Felix Diaz, they waved the flag in because he was just taking brutal punishment. He would have got stopped the way that fight was going. He definitely would have got knocked out. And then, and Dongo, Postal got dropped twice. So he has pop, he has power. And since he's got the welterweight, he stopped everybody. Amir Khan was on his way out. He knew it. That's why he quit. Jeff Horn, TKO Benavidez, he started breakdancing on the floor. So I'm just saying in general, he has power. So people are sleeping on his size and power, but he has quick hands, really good ring IQ, and he has power. So
yeah,
Spence is in for a long night. That's a fight. He's definitely, in my opinion, I definitely got Crawford winning the fight. That's just me.
Me too. And you know what? People try to make like that's why I don't agree with that comment earlier about the weight bully thing from John Daly. It's because I'll tell you like Crawford said, it's fat. It's fat. I've seen a lot of fat niggas get stretched in my lifetime. A lot of them. A lot of niggas that's bigger. They got a lot more body fat on them than a nigga that might be trim, but he cut. He's strong as fuck. And he hit you, he connect, nigga. You gonna fucking your knee gonna buckle if he catch you clean, but you know what, man? To comment on what you were saying, by like I look at a lot of the guys that's considered top pound for pound. These guys master the ability to break you down, mentally and physically, and get you out of there late. They can get you out of there early, they can get you out of there late, but they're not going in there really looking for the KO. They're not, but they have KO power. They have the ability to, when they hit you, it's respectable power, and you can't get in those exchanges with these guys, or you can get clipped, and it can be a short night for you. So
even Lomachenko, bro. Like man,
Lomo.
Listen, people sleeping on Lomachenko versus Tank, man. I actually was rewatching all the fights because I wanted to make sure my eyes wasn't deceiving me. But all the fights with Lomachenko, when people are the same size as him, bro, he destroys him. This shit's not even close. Like he be beating the shit out of people that are the same size as him.
I'm biased. Little niggas that face Lomo get no mas. That's just fact. These little niggas is getting drops, bro. Bigger guys, yeah, you gonna get dropped still. You gonna get dropped still. You might go to distance, but you gonna get dropped once or twice, And if you drop him, he probably gonna stop you. He gonna get up and probably stop you. You know what I mean? So yeah, even Vasily Lomachenko, bro, y'all can act like the nigga can't punch. Okay. Soon as your fans get in there, we'll see.
And the reason why I don't have Tank beating him is because Tank be throwing wild ass hooks, man, and people be getting under them. And just imagine Lomachenko be dodging body shots. Like what the fuck? What do you think he gonna be doing when Tank's swinging wild like that? He gonna be getting under them hooks, working his body up close. Tank don't really know how to fight on the inside that well. Like he don't. And on the outside, he's decent. He's not fighting the right competition to even, make him better to be able to fight a Lomachenko. Just think about this. Lomachenko got injured, came back, and then used Pedraza as a tune-up, a surgery tune-up. He used Pedraza as a surgery tune-up.
Surgery, he fucking beat on Pedraza, yeah. That's it.
Nobody does it. Like what fighter gets injured and then comes back to a unification fight against somebody that is considered to be the top echelon in that division?
Right.
Who, right? Lomachenko came back and used him as a tune-up. He got hit less in that fight than Tank did, and he went a full 12 with Pedraza. That's
Yeah.
crazy. So I mean, people sleeping on Loma. Loma, I know his fan base is, they casual and they're racist, low key, and just stupid. But I'm just saying in general, I like Lomachenko as a fighter. Now his
Hmm.
fanboys, I'm not a big fan of his fanboys, but Lomachenko's a good fighter. I give him his credit.
Yeah, man. Real shit. You know, I'm not gonna hate on something um that I push for a lot of these other guys to be, which is be great. Lomachenko is doing great stuff. Like I said, the only asterisk I have next to him is he has not been enrolled in this Vital Clean Boxing program. Now he just won a WBC, but I don't know if he's a clean athlete all year round before this. You see what I'm saying? Same thing with Errol Spence getting ready to fight Sean Porter. You know, yeah, he's a good fighter. Hell no, he ain't no goddamn top pound for pound. We got to stop that shit. You know, but the asterisk next to him is I don't know if he's a clean athlete all year round. I honestly don't think he is. I'm just being real. That's my honest opinion. The way that nigga been ducking fucking violent, you know, and lying and shit. But that's why I got Bud over all of them because he's proven he's a clean athlete, bro. He's never jumped out. He never got out of that clean boxing program. Never been dropped from rankings because of the testing. Shakur Stevenson is the latest, fighter that ducked the clean boxing program, man. And shit, that's just not a good look, man. It's not a good look at all. Despite all the success that he might have going forward, it always gonna be in the back of my mind, like, damn, man, when is this nigga gonna get in that clean boxing program? Like, you gonna keep winning, like you gonna get in there now, or you just have no interest, And then you get everybody talking about you getting in your man strength and all this shit, and you getting these KOs when you first came in, you weren't cracking shit. Now Shakur can fight now. He can box. Like I don't care about KOs like that where you got to go in there and get a KO every time. But we know that if you're trying to really build up your fan base, nigga, the ones that get the KOs, they get the most fans. Come on now, look at Wilder, look at Spence,
Look
look at
at
these
Tank.
guys. Look at get a guy in front of you that you can look good against, get the KO, and you jump on a ropes, bang on your chest, and put on your choker chain back on and shit. So guys is a lot of casuals and fanboys are just impressed by that. That's not getting a knockout. That's not necessarily boxing. You know, when somebody can show all around skill set, that's boxing. Guys who can make adjustments, guys that can take a punch, guys that can mix it up. They can fight on the back foot. They can go forward. They can make the opponent miss, make them pay. And I've seen all of this from Crawford, Canelo, Lomachenko, and so we got to see what these other guys can do. Let's see. John Dealey in the chat says, do you guys think this fighting twice a year is detrimental to boxers? AJ was out of the ring for 9 months against a sharp guy and got found wanting. That's I mean, what you think, bro?
Yeah, I definitely think so. These guys should be fighting at least 3 times a year. But if you're going to be fighting, if you're going to fight 4 times a year, this is what I truly believe. I think that you should be fighting out of those 4 fights. It should be a top contender in one of those fights. And then your other 3 can be, what I'm saying, like just stay busy fights. That way, your
Mm-hmm.
hands and you don't get that much damage, so that you could keep fighting the best every other time that you come back. Like Canelo kind of low key does that, except he'll fight the best. Well, now he's just kind of fighting the best and then fighting the best again. But
Yeah.
he fought Triple G, then he fought Rocky Fielding, and then he fought Danny Jacobs, and now he's about to go fight Kovalev. So I mean, that's kind of different, but I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like that's a lot of wear and tear on your body. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to be a boxer and be intelligent about it, I feel like you should fight a top dog in your division. And then, if you're going to fight 4 times, then fight 3 lesser opponents just to stay busy and stay in the eye of the public.
Yeah. Hey man, stand on that subject, man, of Canelo going up to face KRUSHER Kovalev, man. I mean, it's an incredible thing. And then I'm also looking at the fact that, this guy, he got the richest contract in boxing. I think it's like kind of 360 million, 365 million, whatever it is. And this guy is taking the toughest fights right out the gate. Do you think that's smart, unbiased, that he's just taking these the best competition fights early on and not saving that for the later part of his contract? Or do you think it's smart that he's getting it out the way now and then later on he could take little tune-ups? Because I remember Floyd, he was taking some tough fights too when he first got his Showtime deal, I think. He was fighting some tough fights, man. He fought Canelo, he fought, I think, Errol, he fought, I think, Madonna twice, and then he ended up fighting Pacquiao and then Burke.
I wouldn't call Guerrero a tough fight, but I honestly,
yeah. So yeah, that was a tough fight. Floyd.
That was a hard sell actually for that fight. I remember that fight because Floyd. I remember Floyd just walking around. People were like, "Who are you fighting? Who was that?" You know what I'm saying? They didn't know who he was fighting, but
they would call it nigga Guerrero. They would call him Guerrero.
Yeah, that was a tough fight to sell, but yeah, I mean, Canelo might be honestly biting off a little more than he could chew in this fight, but I believe Canelo has the skill sets to beat a Kovalev, and this is going to be at the 175-pound limit, so there ain't no catch weight, none of that. This is, full throttle, 175 pounds. It's going to be a tough fight,
Yeah, man. And I'm not going to use that age excuse or nothing, bro. If Canelo wins, he just won, dog. He get credit, bro. I mean, the nigga never fought at 175, and you going to fight arguably the top dog at 175? I know people's big on Bivol and what's the other dude? The heavy puncher? Better be than him.
Yeah.
But I still got to put Kovalev above him because he's been a champion a lot longer. He's a lot more experienced. He's fought a lot more top, better competition than any of those other guys. So until he's beat, I got Kovalev at the top.
I mean, I could see that. For me, I think, me, I think Bivol's the best. I think Kovalev, though, still is dangerous because Canelo had problems with Triple G's jab. You know what I mean? Kovalev got a really good jab, fam. So it's going to be hard for him to get past that.
And it's fucking a powerful jab, nigga.
Exactly. Can he deal with that power? That's the other thing. I mean, he has a good chin, though. I'll give Canelo that. He has a really good chin. Triple G hurt him a couple times in their fights, but, his lateral movements saved him, So, and I feel like, that's going to play a big part in this fight, too. Plus, I feel like he's just going to slip counter to the body, pretty much the whole fight just to break him down completely. But I just don't see how he could stop Kovalev because Canelo doesn't have that power. He's not a big puncher like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I mean, I've seen, Canelo take punches at, 154, 160, but he's never taken a punch at 175. Yes, Triple G was able to hurt Canelo a couple of times, but that was dealing with a middleweight. That was a middleweight power that he was dealing with. We're talking about a light heavy jab and light heavy power. It's just gonna be a different thing. I got a favorite Kovalev, man. I got a favorite Kovalev, even though I know how great Canelo is. But I want to be impressed. If Canelo can go in there, then I'll be like, I was wrong about Canelo. Canelo really can. He really is what you would consider a top pound for pound fighter because, like they say, your skill set to be considered pound for pound, your skill set should translate into any weight class, and you should be able to beat the top guys there. So we're gonna find out.
Low key, that's why I don't put Lomachenko at number one as well, because Lomachenko for me is too aggressive. His style is way too aggressive to just translate into different divisions. Now, Manny Pacquiao, obviously, his style is very similar to Lomachenko, except Manny, for some weird reason, packed on power, and he was, started sleeping. He slept Miguel Cotto. He was sleeping people in his prime. Lomachenko, he's not that big of a puncher at 135, so it's kind of unrealistic to believe he could even go up another pound or another division, excuse me. And I that's why I kind of have him stagnant in the pound for pound list because his style isn't that can't translate into several divisions as much as like a Terence Crawford who, can adapt, has the adaptability, and isn't as aggressive and chooses when to be aggressive, or a Canelo who does the same. You know what I mean? His Lomachenko style is purely aggressive adaptation. He does adapt, but he's so aggressive and in the pocket where you can counter him and hit him. And if you have reach, you can keep him at bay with your jab or feints, make him get out of position. So I think that, he's at a disadvantage at this division where he's at right now, but he's still whooping their asses. So I give him credit for that. But I'm saying his style for me just doesn't translate into the bigger divisions for me. So that's why I have him stagnant on the pound for pound list. He's still a good fighter, though.
Right, right. Corey Lee boxing. Man, you know what, bruh? You know I fuck with you, Corey. But Tank punishes Loma? Do you really believe that? Or is that just the DMV bias? You truly believe that? Tank will punish Loma. And it's funny, man, because it be some of these fighters that they fans be so confident about what they're gonna do and all of that shit. But the actions of the fighters show that they don't even want to fight these guys. That they fans keep saying that they're gonna punish. So that's the dilemma. Tank is supposed to be going to 135, but I'm hearing he's gonna fight Gamboa up there. I honestly think that he's just going up to 135 because he can't make 130, and he's gonna be fighting little niggas like he's been doing at 135 now. His comfortable weight. and don't be shocked if he struggles to make 135 with his fat ass. Okay,
Yeah, I'll be honest, man.
Real.
I feel like Gamboa is definitely going to have some success in that fight. So, and that I shouldn't be able to say that, but I really feel like he is going to have success versus Tank. And I think that fight's going to make people, open their eyes and be like, oh, well, he's not, huh? Gamboa. Yeah, Gamboa is going to have success versus Tank. And people are going to look at the fight and be like, well, he's not ready for Lomachenko. Stop cherry picking. Y'all remember when people were calling Lomachenko a cherry picker for trying to fight another champion in Gervonta Tank Davis? Because I do. I remember that people were saying, "Oh, he's inexperienced. To leave him alone. Lomachenko's just cherry picking him. He's inexperienced." But now y'all trying to say Tank is chasing him. Tank's gonna demolish him. Nah, Tank don't even want to fight Lomachenko. Let's be honest.
You don't. Karate Body says Tank hasn't been fighting stiff competition. Iron sharpens iron. But one thing about Loma is he can't fight going back. Until anyone can make him fight going back, he may not lose. Do you agree with that? That he can't fight going back? I don't know. He fights on his front foot pretty much all the time. So you did say something about like he's too aggressive. So
well, that's my thing with Lomachenko. Listen, I don't get it twisted. Lomachenko's, for me, I think he's very skilled. You know what I'm saying? I like his style. I like watching him fight. I think but to translate into, the higher divisions, you got to be less aggressive and more defensive. Kind of like Floyd, but or even like Terence Crawford, you know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao was able to go into the higher divisions because he packed power. He'd make those guys respect him. And you could tell like these guys aren't, they don't respect Lomachenko's power that much at 135. So I'm not going to, be illogical and believe that he could go to 140 because that's not, I just don't see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him beating Regis or Josh Taylor. Like he's too small for that. Being realistic.
Yeah, man. And then Karate says Tank's career is being hurt bad by TNT. Well, TNT is only interested in making him a star, not getting him the best fights, legacy fights and stuff like that. So yeah, I agree with you. TNT is definitely hurting his career. His legacy is trash. A lot of these guys that get the most hype around them, you look at their legacy is trash. It's like you can open up a goddamn book and it's no words. Like, what the fuck is the word that? What the fuck am I reading here? Where's this? It's nothing to look at. It's nothing to really look at.
Hey, but Black, is he a star though?
I mean, shit. Let the fanboys tell you. They're gonna let Leonard Ellaby tell you. He's a star. He's fine. And he feel like he the A-side. Matter of fact, obviously they feel he's a superstar because they feel like Lomo should come to him. Right?
Yeah, they high for that one. Low key, Lomachenko actually is a bigger draw than Tank, I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because you look at Tank's viewership, he did like 500,000. Lomachenko doing almost 2 million. So,
Right.
yeah.
Come on, man. It's not even. It's just ridiculous. It's like what category is Tank defeating Lomo in? I mean, he's had more straps than the dude. He's probably. I don't know how much money. Like I never hear nothing about how much money.
Loma has more money too.
Okay, so more money. You know, he is on the
Because we know
biggest platform in sports, ESPN.
we know that's what they care about. We know they only care about who has more money. They don't really care about legacy. Those PBC fanboys, they're like, oh, how much money is he making though? How many choker chains does he got though?
Right, man. What kind of cars he driving, man? Shit like that, man. What kind of he ain't dating no supermodel bitch, you know? He ain't dating no bitch that'll tell him he don't wash his ass and shit, dumb shit like that. But yeah, man, it's just ridiculous that this guy, man, he ain't fucking with him in no category. From what I see, Chizbid says Floyd holding Tank back. Karate Body says I think fighters should be fighting 3 times a year. I got booted from a chat by saying that's what's hurting a guy like Charlo because he isn't fighting anyone significant at 160. So he should. You got booted for saying that?
Oh man.
I feel sorry for niggas that. And look, man, like I look at certain individuals suspect that keep going to these channels that's fucking booting people for shit like that. You know, that's really so extremely biased that you can't even speak your piece, man. You can't even be heard. They'll block your ass for having your own opinion. Crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I was just listening to the Boxing Voice yesterday, and there's callers that truly believe that Jamal Charlo has a chance versus Kovalev. I'm like, the dude, I'm like, yo, bro, the dude who lost the one who lost to Korobov, he's gonna beat
Oh
Kovalev.
man, the one that went the distance with a reality star show come with
Oh
stars.
man, these guys are crazy.
I gotta stop. How much they paying you niggas, man? A lot of you niggas, man, you know, they just keeping y'all lights on or some shit. And y'all niggas love to fucking defend this shit, man. This moist nigga shit. Corey says, no bias at all. I truly feel that Tank is very special in my opinion, but Tank needs to work on things, but he's ready. But he's ready. Tank is going to run through Gamboa. Okay,
All
so he
right.
said he's going to run through Gamboa.
When he go ahead and struck, man, the dude was Nunes was piecing Tank up, bro.
So
And,
Corey,
and,
if he struggles versus Gamboa, Corey, and then there's a link in the chat if you want to jump on, man, and get it off your chest. But if he struggles against Gamboa, does that change your mind about your opinion on him facing Lomo? Because how old is fucking Gamboa? Like 30 something, right? 30 something. He's been.
yeah, he's Cuban. He's Cuban, though. He's probably 40 or something. To be honest with you.
Yeah. I forgot. And then, yeah, we don't know his age for real, like, but you know, yeah, if he struggles, but we know that Cubans are known for giving everybody problems, man. Everybody problems.
That's what one thing I like about Gamboa is he goes for it too. Like, you know, he doesn't have that you know, the basic Cuban style where he sits back and fights, you know what I mean, like the A side, and it's kind of boring. With Gamboa, he's going for it immediately. You know what I'm saying? He's going to go either you're going to get dropped or you're going to knock Gamboa out because he's going for it. That's why I like watching him fight. I always have, you know what I'm saying? He used to remind me of like a Cuban Mike Tyson back in the day, or not a Cuban Mike Tyson, like a Cuban Roy Jones back in the days, reflexes and whatnot.
Angel Santos says Tank should not try to exchange with Gamboa. Tank got more youth and more speed. Tank needs to box Gamboa, stay on the outside, and catch Gamboa coming in. Now niggas act like he need to go in there and just be, you know, super smart. I mean, if he gonna watch him, he gonna watch him. Oh shit. What's up, bro?
What up, dog? How y'all niggas doing?
Oh, we good, man. We on our true media shit.
What
You
up?
don't know nothing
So
about.
that's what's up. I just got off the USA Team USA. Was doing a live. I do the FIBA games commentary.
Yeah. Um, Karate Body says Tate should have signed with Top Rank because they're the best for prospects.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, I think
fact.
so. I think so too.
Top rank and DAZN. But it seems like all of the medalists have been going to Bob. I don't know why, but like the silver, the gold, all those medalists go to Bob
Mhm.
for some
True.
weird reason. He's getting all of them.
That's true. Yeah, it is true. A lot of these motherfuckers is, I mean, shit. But yet they got people keep saying these guys on the wrong side of the street. Hey man, that was an epic video on Spence, bro. That wrong side of the street shit. I can watch
Right.
that shit on repeat because
Because
that's bro.
yeah, I don't get it. I still don't. You know what I mean? The guy who has more legacy is on the wrong side of the street.
Yeah, all the dumb shit that keep coming out of his mouth. Oh yeah, you want to defend him, bro? What's up, D? I know we
Why
kind of.
why is why is everybody sleeping on Gamboa, bro? I don't
Oh,
understand this.
I don't know. That's what I just said.
Not everybody, but why is so many people sleeping on like Tank ain't done enough for them to just say he gonna go in there and walk through Gamboa. I don't see that. I don't see him going through there just walking through. This would be a good test for Tank. I want to see what he can do against somebody like Gamboa because he the best he fought was Pedraza. So we got to see him fight somebody else.
Do y'all feel like Gamboa is more skilled or is it a tougher competition than Pedraza though?
Yeah,
I
I
do.
do. In his prime,
If not tougher, just as tough.
Okay.
I think Gamboa would have beaten Pedraza.
Oh, he'd have beat the hell out of Pedraza.
Yeah, because
Well,
the
for the record, I haven't seen none of his shit lately, his fights, but I just don't look at. I just don't look at the point that he could still be considered higher competition than you know, Pedraza, Gamboa at this point. Like, who
well
is
at this
Gamboa
point,
at this
yeah,
point?
at this point, I can agree with that. I'd say Pedraza right now at this point is tougher, but you got to factor in that he fought him at 130. And weight classes matter because Pedraza was saying he didn't feel good at that weight at 130. He was saying that he couldn't make the weight. It's kind of like Machado. Like I knew Machado was going to get stopped again because he came out and said, "I'm not comfortable at this weight." So you're not comfortable at the weight, but you're fighting at the weight. You're gonna get stopped because your body is weak. It's drained. You need to move up.
Exactly, bro. I was
Pedra-
just. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Pedraza complained about the weight, stayed there, and then he moved up. And he obviously visibly was stronger. He fought better at 135. You could see it. So I mean, I feel like the version that Tank fought isn't the version that Lomachenko fought. And again, Lomachenko fought him coming off of a surgery, used him as a surgery tune-up. Okay, no,
Right.
people don't want to admit that, but Lomachenko came back off surgery and then fought Pedraza, used him as a fucking tune-up.
Exactly. Oh my
Who does
gosh,
that?
bro. I said
Who
the
does
same
that?
thing. I was just
You gotta be
arguing with
elite for
y'all
that.
know who. My boy, he knows his sports because he's a Tank dingaling sometimes.
Come
But
on, man. The
I was
casual energy
just
shit.
I was just saying the same thing, unbiased. The same thing. Like, bro, he came off of shoulder surgery. He's at 135. How are you guys comparing this fight to when Tank fought him at 130? That's not like that's not an even comparison. Yes, it's the same guy, but bro, you don't take in account that he drains down, or you know what I mean? Like, you don't take in account that when guys cut weight like that, they feel better at a weight class up. I could see if he wasn't, if if he was normally at a lower weight or something. But if the guy needs to fight at 135 and he cuts weight to come down, or or he's at a lower class when he could be fighting at a higher weight, he's gonna drain some. Just like Spence. Spence gonna drain some. Everybody knows he should be in a bigger class. So to some extent, he gonna drain. It's
And
just that's natural.
the article with Gamboa and Tank, I read that the only reason this fight's taking place at 135 is because of Gamboa. Gamboa has not made 130 in forever. So contractically, Tank is obligated to fight Gamboa at 135 because he has to fight Gamboa. And since he can't fight at 130, because he hasn't made that weight in years. They're fighting at 135. Plus, that favors. That plays into Tank's hand too, because we know he couldn't make the weight.
I was about to say neither one of them could really. Tank was having a problem making the weight his damn self. So, you know what I mean?
So, I mean, I hear what you're saying, I'm biased, but it's just like, you saying he has to fight Gamboa at 135. So he has to vacate his fucking belt to go to 135 to fight Gamboa, who's offering him nothing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right, yeah. And you know what's crazy? Tank doesn't need a mandatory position to fight Lomachenko. We all know that, right? Like Lomachenko has stated, I'll fight you for free. I'll fight you for no belts, whatever. I'll fight you, period. End of story. I will fight you.
Right.
So for us to believe that he needs to get the WBA mandatory and blah, blah, that's nonsense.
No, that's crap, bro. They're just doing the same dumb shit that they did at 130. Then he already talking about calling out Santa Cruz. Dude, you just moved up to 135. Call out Haney. Don't start that calling out guys in smaller weights again. That's the same dumbness he was doing at 130. And all of these Tank fans want to jump on it like that's good. I don't want to see the same garbage at 135 that he was doing at 130. Well, you're supposed to be moving up to 135 to step up. If you're going to start calling out guys in smaller weight classes, it's just the same foolishness all over again. And they praising that. That's stupid.
Mm-hmm. Hey, does anybody in the chat, man, or anybody in the background want to get something off their chest? There's a link right there in the chat.
Right Black, you've been off for a while. You looking for a body, ain't you?
I mean,
I say you want something off your chest, step up.
A lot of niggas just sit in the background, or they got something to say, but
Oh man, that happened yesterday on my live. Some idiot Meldrick Taylor, or whoever his name was, he came on there talking reckless. So he just kept talking reckless in the chat. I'm like, bro, we got the link in the chat. Step up here. Come on up and get bodied. So he just kept talking mess from the chat. I said, okay, well, I don't usually do this, which I don't, but I timed him out for 300 seconds. I said, you don't get to talk in the chat no more. And here go the link again. You want to talk? Get up here and talk with us. No more being a chat warrior. He disappeared. He just disappeared from the freaking live. We didn't hear anything more from him.
Yeah. Batshit Crazy says all PBC fighters, as soon as they win a title, they buy their choker to show allegiance to Pimp Daddy Al.
Yeah, that's facts.
That's I guess that's a tradition. You win a title, you buy a chain.
And an anklet.
And an anklet.
So told y'all that nigga Jamel bragged about the shit. He said, yeah, Black Horse, my anklet costs more than your chain. I'm like, nigga, moist.
Jamel, man. Wow. Both of those Charlo brothers, man, they severely overrated to me. I've been saying it. Nobody wants to come out and admit it, but they both overrated.
They're a liar and a crier. Don't forget that.
For real.
My hand hurt. Yeah. I couldn't stop a reality show star. It was because my hand is hurt. Liar.
They're talking about he can go up and fight Kovalev.
Man, get beat up by Kovalev.
I'm sorry, man. Listen, Kovalev showed me exactly the Yarde fight. People are acting like Charlo got the same dimensions as Yarde. Canelo don't either, but what Canelo possesses is phenomenal lateral movements. Charlo is stiff like a board. Pause. The dude is he fights like an the basic old school Eastern European. He's up straight. Yeah. He doesn't move his body. His head is always on the line. Korobov showed us that.
Yeah, and tell you the truth, he probably have a problem with Yard. I know a lot of fans gonna say I'm crazy and all of that, but hey, bro, he might have a problem with Yard because Yard almost got Kovalev out of there. Yeah. I could see Yard planning a couple of few shots on Charlo. Man, they gotta just show me more, bro. I'm not even gonna. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep calling myself a fan of theirs because they just depressing right now, bro.
Oh, you said keep, huh?
Well, I've been said that, dog. Even when I put the video up, one twin lies, the other one cries, bro. I don't have no problem coming at my guys. Did you see the Teofimo video? Probably not, because you don't watch that kind of stuff. But
don't start your rant. I was just asking.
I'm just saying. You always say something out of pocket. I told you I'm going to respond to that nonsense.
That's out of pocket. Those your boy.
Teofimo is my boy, and I just put a video. See,
I don't care about Teofimo. I'm not talking about Teofimo. I just.
But I've been saying that. I said I'm
Hey,
fans of the Charlo
listen.
twins, but I
Hey,
put a
D,
video up. One
D,
twin
this
live.
is the thing about you, bro. I'll make one comment. You'll fly off a handle into some other shit. I ain't even talking about Teofimo. I give a
Okay,
fuck
well,
about
Charlie,
Teofimo.
what you talking about is my
Listen
guys.
up. Listen up, my nigga. Listen up. I just said, so, oh, those are your guys? You said, I was just asking you a question. Them your guys?
But damn, bro, how long you know me? How long I've been coming on here? You just finding out that I was fans of theirs? Because I done said it over 100 times. I even said it on the video, but you probably didn't get that either because you didn't watch it.
Everybody in the chat, like, man, look, I got a life, bro. My life don't revolve around D in this video.
I'm not saying that, but you asked me questions I feel like you already know the answer to.
I gotta stop watching you too, because you got casual energy, nigga. You hang out with casual
Yeah,
energy.
I know, Black. But my content ain't casual, so say what you want.
I ain't been watching it lately.
I know you don't watch it, so you don't know. That's what I always tell you. You just speak out. You speak out your ass because you speak out your ass when you don't know things. And if you don't watch my content, all of those silly remarks you make are irrelevant because you don't know. You don't watch the content.
What did I say that was silly?
Not today, but you have said a lot of silly stuff, and I'm not gonna get ready to go back and forth with you on that.
Because I don't say shit, bro. I say real shit.
You say silly shit when you don't have information. Now, if you don't have information about my content, but then you call me a casual, that's silly shit. Okay.
I didn't call you. I said you got casual energy.
Casual energy, whatever you want to say. Look at my.
He's saying that you hang out with too many casuals. He's saying because he knows the sports is casual.
I'm all over the YouTube. I don't discriminate. Okay. I don't discriminate. I'm all over YouTube, bro. I don't care if they.
I don't fuck with casual niggas. I don't fuck with casual niggas. I don't.
Well, that's you, bro. But we different people. I don't have to run my life like you run yours. What's wrong with you?
Because you know why I don't fuck with casuals? Because they don't keep it real, man. They
say that's fine, Black. I don't have no problem with that. Why you got a problem with the way I do mine? What's your problem with the way I do mine, bro? I don't have to be like Black. I'm D. You're Black.
You ain't gotta be like. I just told you my side. I don't.
Okay, that's cool, and I'm telling you my side. But do I say that you got some kind of energy because you decide to do what you want to do? That's your preference, bro. We all our own people. I don't have to be like Black. I can be like D. I don't have to be like you, bro.
I don't want you to be like me. You can't.
Okay, so what's wrong with me being me? Why I gotta be a casual because I'm being me, or casual energy, or whatever that was you said?
Because you are. Listen, you ain't never heard the phrase "you are the company you keep."
Yeah, I heard that, but that don't apply because my content does not display that. But again, when you start looking at some of it, you would know that. So again, whatever.
We're moving on.
Thank you.
John Diddy says, how can you make an assessment if Tank dragged up Gamboa to lightweight?
Well, he's fought there. Gamboa's fought there. So it's not really dragging up.
Uh-oh. Sound like a Tank defender to me. Sound like you need to hit that link, John.
Matter of fact, let me go to Angel's comment. He says, when y'all were saying that, I think, D, when you said why people sleeping on Gamboa, he says, I don't know why either. Gamboa still has a lot of crack, especially in the first 6 rounds.
Exactly.
Right. Facts. And I don't think people that are saying that have watched the Gamboa fight. The dude, he pretty much puts it all on the line. Like I said, he's never in a boring fight. He doesn't fight like your typical Cuban. He comes to win. He's going to be in front of you. He's going to throw a lot of combinations. He's going to test your chin. That's for sure. He's going to test Tank chin for sure. He's definitely going to land something on Tank. Y'all could say, oh, no, he's not. But fucking Nunes was landing on Tank.
Right.
And if y'all going to sit here and tell me Nunes is a better fighter than Gamboa, y'all high.
Oh, they will.
So we're going to see. We definitely going to see, Tank's chin being tested. And Gamboa got cracks for 135. He does. His power is respected at 135, so we'll see.
What would this do to the freaking casual sport of boxing if Tank loses, man? Like, look, Angel Santos
go get a box of Kleenex.
Right.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I think Tank will win this fight. But I'm going to be honest, he's definitely going to go through a lot of challenges in this fight. You know what I'm saying? This is not the, your Nunes or your, what was the other guy he fought? I forget his name. There's Cuellar and then the other smaller guy. This is not them. This is Gamboa, who is naturally bigger than, probably the same size as you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We got to see if Tank's power is really real at 135. That's number one, too.
So, and he's been fighting a lot of little dudes, too. So we got to really see if your shit is really legitimate, and we got to see if because what if Gamboa can take some of his shit? You know, we seen this guy Gamboa get off the camera versus Bud like 3-4 times, I think. So we know.
Hey, the thing with Gamboa too, when you drop him and he gets up, it's like that the Trinidad effect, the Felix Trinidad effect. When you drop Felix Trinidad, he comes back even harder because he knows, oh shit, I got to do something now.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you drop Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? So
remember, he actually rocked. He actually rocked Crawford in that fight. I think that was after Crawford had already dropped him. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Fuck.
What's with the audio in the background?
That was my bad, bro.
Let's see. Andy Santos says Gamboa with test Tank chin sure. So yeah, we got to see, man. I mean, shit. We already know this is a year of upsets. Like Unbiased said, this nigga Cuban, so we don't really know his age. And old niggas has been beating these young niggas' asses this year. So
I don't think it'd be too much of an upset for real, bro, because Tank ain't been tested. That's just my opinion. He ain't, I mean, he, like I always say, he fought Pedraza and who else. So to me, it won't be too much of an upset because he ain't shown us too much of shit.
I'll tell you like this. If Tank go up to 135 in his first fight at 135 and he get his ass whooped by Gamboa, bro, sheesh, golly.
That would be good for him. That would be good for him, and maybe to open the eyes up of all of these idiots. And I don't care if it's PBC or whoever. Let these prospects prove themselves. Because I said Tank, well, not more, but a prospect with a belt.
That's a lot. I remember you said that about that. You used to call this nigga prospect
with a belt,
right?
That's what I call it. He's fucking.
Hey, a lot of people in the chat actually feel like Gamboa got a chance, man. They say he gonna test his chin. Karate fight. Gamboa still got the heat.
I agree.
Everybody really overlooking Gamboa like that. They looking at it like, shit. If Tank is not careful, he might get his first loss versus a passive over the hill Gamboa.
And they talking about fighting Fortuna too. They wilding. Because let me tell you something. Fortuna, he ain't no joke, man. Fortuna's not a joke. 135, like that's bad for Tank too.
Division, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Rancis Bartholomew, they talking about fighting him too.
Nah, he'll watch Bartholomew.
Don't do that.
I ain't even trying to stop that Unbiased. Now you starting to disrespect.
All
right.
But that's kind of awkward and like he's just real awkward, man. And we've seen how Robert Easter fucking
right.
And I'm not gonna say Rancis Bartholomew is garbage or not, but I don't think he's on the level of Tank. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't think so.
I didn't even think he was on the level of Easter, but I guess Easter's overrated, I guess.
Yeah, I've been said that.
Easter didn't beat him. For me, Easter didn't beat Comey, and Easter hardly beat Shavakov. To be honest with you, Comey should actually be undefeated. He was robbed versus Shavakov in Moscow, Russia. They had to fight there. He clearly won the fight, but the judges gave it to him, gave it to Shavakov, and I really thought he beat Comey. He had Comey doing the stanky leg and flying across the ring every time he hit him. So I'm like, damn. Comey won that fight to me, and that's why I think Comey's the black horse at 135 for me. I
don't know, bro. That fight to me was kind of a swing fight. I don't mind. Like, when I say a swing fight, I mean if they called it for Comey, I'm cool. If they called it for Easter, I'm cool.
That's how it was a close fight. It was a close fight. I think what got Easter the nod was when Comey got rocked real bad in the 12th. It was just like real bad, and then with it being a close fight like that, and then him getting rocked. That's probably why they gave it to him.
Yeah.
Speaking of Comey, what y'all think my boy gonna do to him? How about that?
But y'all remember when Easter threw a full body uppercut? This nigga Comey ate that shit. I don't care what nobody said, bro.
But Easter been a big puncher though. Easter ain't no big puncher.
Easter got some cracks. I wouldn't call him like a big puncher. I'm not saying he's a KO artist, but he threw his entire body into that uppercut. And just Come's chin in general is solid. That's why I mean it's gonna be hard for Teofimo to just think he's just gonna be, hitting him with one
that
shot.
was a big punch he took from Easter. That motherfucker did eat that shot. Like, damn.
Yeah, but all right, okay, now hold on.
And then we got to keep the same energy. Hold on, wait. We got to keep the same energy with Tio, though. If we're going to say Tank knocking out who is this, we got to do that with Tio. And I like Tio. But, versus the Edis, what was his name? Edis? Yeah, that fight kind of showed me, like, this dude, you need to tighten up on his defense. And then his last fight versus a taller opponent. Come's pretty tall, good reach as well, just like the Nagatani. Not the same, but good reach. He showed me he needs to protect himself versus right hands. Cannot be fighting like that versus Come. That's good night. You're going to sleep.
You're right, but you off a little bit because he's tall, but Come's 5'8", Teofimo's 5'9". Whatchamacallit was 6'1", bro. So that's that height. I don't know where you. I don't know.
I'm talking about his reach.
He's shorter than Teofimo. But I'm saying he's still shorter than him, bro. So it's not
right. But he has the reach to touch Teo.
He has a reach advantage, and I ain't. You ain't got to tell me about keeping the same because you seen my video. I ain't got no problem dumping on Teofimo. You seen the video. I mean, no, I dumped all on him.
No, I think Teo's a good fighter. Trust me. I think he has the edge because of the youth and his reflexes. However, his defense, the shoulder roll, he got to throw it. For me, he needs to throw it away.
All these
idiots stupid.
Throw it away. Y'all not Floyd Mayweather, bro. Stop with the shoulder roll.
Get that stupid shoulder roll shit out of here, fam.
I swear, bro. I'm tired of seeing people yard too. You're not good with that shoulder roll. Kobe was catching you at will with that right hand. Stop it with this shoulder roll nonsense. Y'all not Floyd Mayweather, bro. I swear. Only person who could do a shoulder roll in this day's game, in my opinion, is Canelo.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that.
They figured it out right.
Teo's last fight, he kind of showed me he has a good chin as well.
Now, that's something I've been said because just because he was knocking guys out, if you watch some of those fights, he was taking shots. But again, man, my boy, super duper hype job is what he wants to call Teofimo. I'm like, whatever, dog. You don't watch Teofimo enough to make any assessment about him. He want to call Teofimo a super duper hype job, but then look at how he talks about Tank. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Tank ain't fought nobody, and he fighting at 130. Teofimo's fighting at 135. Clearly, that's proven more than fighting at 130 when you can fight at 135. But you want to call Teofimo super duper high job and praise Tank and praise Yard for getting knocked out when he was talking.
Plus Teo, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Pedraza turn down the fight with Teofimo Lopez?
Because he knew better.
Exactly.
Would have stopped him. He would have stopped him. No, he wouldn't have beat Pedraza. Man, you drunk.
Pedraza about to get his ass whooped by Zepeda too. Zepeda about to beat the shit out of Pedraza at 140. He about to whoop his ass.
I don't know why he taking that fight, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. At 140? Are you kidding me?
Pedraza's going up to 140, bro.
That's what I
this will be his third weight class now, right? Because he fought at 130, fought at 135, and now 140.
How you lose a big fight at 130, big fight at 135, and then you move up to 140?
Well, we can't say he didn't win big fights though.
True.
He lost some big ones, but he won some big ones too. He beat Ray Beltran when Beltran took the belt from Ray already had the belt, I think.
He fought for a vacant belt.
Was it a vacant? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Pedraza just beat his ass, beat his motherfucking ass. Y'all know we always throw a open topics category, and shout out to Karate Body for bringing this up, man. He says, "Where the fuck is Dillian White's B sample, nigga? If you find it, let me know. If you find out information on it, but we are just witnessing the total freeze of Dillian White. They're freezing him the fuck out. They don't want him to get that shot at Deontay Wilder, man. I don't even know if has there ever been any. Not only has this guy had the record of being number one contender for over 600 days, for the most days in boxing history.
Is this the longest we've ever had to wait for a B sample? You know, and I just got a feeling like it's because
Like that shit, it's not coming. The B sample is nah, it's over. Because look, let me be honest.
It's exposed, man.
If you think about it, man, who gets exposed if that B sample comes back, positive?
Man.
A lot of
niggas
people
better wake the fuck up, bro. See, niggas hate when we say shit about this and look. We've been following this Dylan White Wilder shit for a while now. Okay, just go back. We've been following shit for a long time. We've been saying that this nigga been ducking Dylan White. You ain't giving him his title shot. You want to fight the number 4 guy. You want to fight the number 3 guy, but you don't want to fight the number 1 guy. You know what I'm saying? Just skipping to my Lou over this nigga. And then just all of a sudden, when he becomes mandatory, the suspicious failed test out of nowhere, not from Vada, but from UCOD, not trying to put nothing together, 2 and 2 together, but I heard that Deontay Wilder was out there at that particular time period when this whole shit went down. He was out there in the UK. But anyhow, we seen the WBC. They did not wait for a B sample. They just fucking immediately, you know what I'm saying, fire shots. Like, get him out of here. He's a dirty fighter. And now we gotta wait for a couple centuries for this B sample to come back. So
yeah,
that's the thing about it, bro. You gotta just look at the pattern of these niggas and how they move.
And what's up with Big Titty Miller and that smack on the hand he got? Well, this dude get ready to come back and box. All that shit he had up in him. Wow. That man had everything in CVS pharmacy up in him.
Yeah.
This nigga, he's an attempted murderer, bro. He was attempting to go in there and murder Anthony Joshua. The dude, matter of fact, when the fight got made, what was the first thing he said? The first video he released. Anybody remember what he first said?
I don't
when
remember.
The fight got made. I'll tell y'all. He said, "I'm gonna kill this nigga." That's what he said. He was so happy he got the fight. The first thing that came out of his mouth, "I'm gonna kill this nigga." A month and a half later, he got everything possible in the system. Shit that can cause cancer. Shit that was fucking not even even found in the black market anymore. Shit he had to fucking get from, I don't know where he got that G-Dub 15-16 from. But
and where all the videos and talk about that, speaking on that, Black, because like you said, he get caught with all of this in his system. And like you said on his first video, he said, "I'm going to kill this nigga," right? Okay, where's all the videos about that? Wilder, which I don't agree with neither, but Wilder says his comment about the body, but he didn't get caught with all them PDs, and there was videos everywhere. Oh, you don't say that. You don't supposed to say that. But
wait, say that again.
Wilder, when he said that whole "I'm gonna catch a body in the ring," it was videos everywhere. But he didn't get caught. Now you got this dude that get caught with a ton of shit in his system. He says what you said, "I'm gonna kill this nigga," and where's the videos? Where's the video? I mean, for real, where's the videos?
Oh, everything, bro. It's out there, bro. His first response to that fucking fight being made, "I'm gonna kill this nigga." We saw that he really meant that, man. He was literally trying to get in there and kill AJ. And y'all gonna allow this motherfucker back the same year.
Right.
The same motherfucking year, dog.
Argument. It could have been metaphorically, or he could have whatever. But we can't. But Big Titty Miller, he said it, but with everything he had in him, you gotta assume that he might have meant it. With Wilder, you still gotta play. Was it really? Did he really mean it this way? But fucking videos everywhere about that. See, that's why I call it straight down the line, bro. I need 100 videos with all of y'all idiots out here about Miller. He get ready to come back. He really had the ability to kill somebody. They say, "Oh, well, Wilder, he's got that terrifying right hand. He can really do it." Well, if you got a fucking pharmacy full of drugs in you, you can do it too.
I mean, this nigga is over 300 pounds with PEDs in him. What the fuck?
Where's the
niggas is not taking this shit serious enough. This nigga already has an advantage over almost everybody he fights because he's so fucking big. Okay. And then on top of that, this motherfucker is doing PEDs. He's throwing more punches than any other heavyweight. This guy is doing shit that can cause cancer. He don't even give a fuck about himself.
Own self, right. His own.
Why the fuck does he give a fuck about his opponent? And he out here telling y'all, "I'm going to kill this nigga."
Right.
And then when he said, "I'm gonna be back in October, I'm about to be destroying shit," bro. Right. We believe you. You about to put everything possible. And like I said, they should have immediately made it to where, like, if you're gonna give him a light sentence,
You got to make sure that when he come back, he's being tested randomly by VADA from here on out.
No choice. Pay the money. They shouldn't even
here on out.
They should make him pay the money. No choice in the matter. You just got caught with everything but the kitchen sink up in you, dude. You should get no choice. You know how they get the choice. You can pay him or not. No, it shouldn't be no choice. He should be in the clean boxing program, VADA, USADA, and every goddamn doping agency with all that stuff he got caught up in him. I'm gonna tell you that right now, bro.
He need to be needled out. I want to see so many damn needle holes in his body from needles, because they need to be testing the fuck out of that fat ass motherfucker.
I think Joe George might stop him, because if he ain't gonna have all of that help behind him, it's not like this the first time he got caught. He got caught before. He got caught in kickboxing. So he used to have a PED. So without all of that extra juice, you know, because that's one thing Joyce said. He said, well, yeah, tell him to bring his fat mouth on or something like that. Just make sure he clean. So if he clean, he might get stopped in there.
Coran says T.O. will most definitely need to stay fluid and engage in a freestyle session, because all that looking for pull counters will get him dog walked against Comey.
Yep, that's what I said.
Maybe so, man. Maybe so.
Can't be looking for one shot with Comey. He got a chin, and it's proven. It's not, you know, and he has power. Can't be sitting there in the pocket trading with. Nah, you gotta box.
Mickey Ward in the chat says there's a hearing for Dillian White in October. Eddie Hearn did an interview, so next month. I mean, and then Samuel Shaw says, I think the B sample had already came back from UCOD when Dillian tested positive. I think that's why he was allowed to fight. Y'all think they might be withholding that information, that he already cleared? He was already cleared with the B sample. That's why he was able to fight. Because I mean, like, what the fuck? What's the time window on a B sample?
I don't know. He was cleared to fight, and they had a meeting with the what was it, the BVOC or some shit like that. Yeah. And I think the UCOD B sample. I don't even know, man. To be honest, I stopped following it. So I mean, maybe you know more than I do about that. I didn't really follow it too much.
I mean, anytime it comes to like PEDs and stuff like that, man, guys try. You know, a lot of people don't want to fuck with it, man. They don't want to even address it, because it's such a sensitive topic, and a lot of their favorite fighters might fall into that category, so they just don't even approach it altogether. Right. You know, y'all got to make sure y'all watch Trav FDY's video today. He did one of Shakur Stevenson, man, ducking that VADA. Huh?
Trav got a channel?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He been had a channel, bro. He been doing this shit. He one of the most hated ones on YouTube, because he exposed niggas like Errol, Spence, and other niggas that's been ducking that VADA. Shakur Stevenson is the next one. Yeah. You know, and when Trav put out a video of you with that VADA, shit, that shit sticks, nigga. Sticky.
I bet. I will go subscribe to him right now.
You know, he's a super advocate for that VADA. Me too. Nigga, it's VADA or nada. Coran says, I don't mind Deontay Wilder's antics. He got to find a way to sell them garbage ass fights.
Yeah.
You said you don't mind his antics? Okay.
What's his channel? What's his channel? Y'all got a link or something?
It's gonna be private. Go to the channels tab. He's on the channels tab.
Oh, all right.
On the homepage. And that's for everybody else too that want to watch that. You know, check out Trav's content. Go to the channels tab and you'll see him there. And you can just catch his latest video. He just uploaded it this morning, man. And he takes about a 20 to 30 minutes and go in depth. That's why I fuck with Trav, because everything he say you can research.
Angel, I'm subscribed to him.
You can research this shit, because a lot of people just say a bunch of shit out of their mouth, and they won't quote no sources. They won't give you nothing to research your damn self. They just say, "Hey y'all, we got breaking news." But where's your source, nigga? Are you breaking this to us, or are you quoting another source? And I get on niggas about that shit, bro.
Right.
You know, niggas be trying to act like they the source after a while and shit.
But Black, I got a question, Black. How come there's no videos about Al Heyman treating Errol Spence like garbage? How come there's no videos about it? Right now, no, for real. Because listen, it's a double standard, bro. Because look,
you got one out of bias.
I do. Listen. Yeah, I'm the only person. And because look,
this is gonna happen, bro. This nigga, my nigga LTVA go listen to the playback, and he go be on your shit, dog. He was like, "Yo, I heard this nigga unbiased let me address you about this shit. Just know, bro. This nigga TBA gonna address you on it. But go ahead,
No,
bro. Let's talk about this shit.
ILTBA, he agreed with me that Al Heyman, you know what I mean, was bad for. Remember, he said that, you know, Al Heyman was, what did he say? I forget what he said, but he said that Al Heyman has not been good for Earl Spence because, like I put in the video, like how does Mikey Garcia, the guy you just beat for a full 12, you know what I'm saying, didn't win a round. He is getting the Manny Pacquiao fight. Yet you have been out here screaming and saying you were going to fight Manny Pacquiao next. It don't make sense. And you had to wait 2 years to get a unification. You had to wait years to become a champion. You didn't fight any of the PBC branded welterweights. You know what I'm saying? Lamont Peterson was not a welterweight. His career 140 pounder. Like, let's keep it 100. He's on the fights he's had at welterweight. He's pretty much lost besides David Avanesian. So that's not real. Chris Algieri's at 140 again. So it's like, come on, there's no videos about Al Heyman at all. But if we turned around and this was Terence Crawford, right? Now we saw the propaganda machines when Terence Crawford didn't get the Manny Pacquiao fight, right? We all saw that. There was tons of videos. Yeah, well, blaming Bob. Bob was ruining Terence Crawford's career. Terence Crawford's on the plantation, all this other nonsense shit. But you don't see no videos about Earl Spence and how he's being treated by Al Heyman. Zero. None.
I think I got an explanation for that. It's literally 6 times more casual channels than it is real channels. And that's why you don't get the videos. There's so many casual channels out here, bro. You gotta search and hunt to find the real channels.
Yeah, if y'all want to know about the casual channel, just hit up D. He'll refer you to all them.
See, there it goes. And then when I start saying, then when I
you
go
do
on,
right, you know them. You know more about casuals than we do.
I'm everywhere. You a casual? Are you a casual? Are you a casual black? Hold up. Are you a casual black?
Hey man, I'm trying to get you to help the fans, bro.
Answer the question. Are you a casual?
Hey, whatever you feel I am, bro.
Are you a casual? I'm asking. Are you a casual?
That's a dumbass question, bro. But go ahead.
No, are you a casual?
I never called. Hey, look, man. Look,
I'm on your channel more than anybody. So stop your nonsense. And when you take dumb shots like that, I'm going to come at you.
It's not a shot. It's reality.
More than anyone. I just told you I'm all around.
Let me repeat.
I don't cancel our channels just because I think they're.
Hey, y'all see how you get? Y'all see how you get mad? Y'all see how you get mad?
No, I'm just getting at you. I'm getting at you. You say
cool,
something.
Get at me. Let me repeat what I said, okay? Yeah, well, repeat it then. I said to everybody in the chat, if you want to know where the casual channels are to go, hit up D. He can refer you.
Don't hit me up. Go.
You just told us. You tell us all the time, bro. You be on a whole bunch, a lot of casual channels.
Everywhere. I didn't say nothing about. When did I say casual channels? You say that. You take those shots.
You have admitted on my live streams in the past, bro. That
I said I'm everywhere. I always say that I'm everywhere. That's why I asked you. Are you a casual channel?
D, you have said that you debated casual channels.
Bro. I always say I'm everywhere. Yeah, I debunk casuals and debate them because they always talking. That don't.
But don't you? Hold on. But don't you do shows with casuals too?
He does. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Well, okay. Y'all call him a casual. I've never said that man was a casual. He says casual statements.
He is a casual.
Casual statements. Whatever. But
hey man, look. But on some real, that if you want to know where the casuals are, D know where they at, man. He do.
Yeah, Black know where they at too, because he always talking about their content. So just ask Black.
I just listen to what you talk about, and I chop it up like, oh, that's what they talking about.
You talk about
niggas gotta come. Well, niggas gotta come to my channel, DC. This is what you do, man. You start over talking niggas when you get mad.
Well, let me put it on mute until you want to over talk me.
You ain't got to mute. I'm just saying, just out of respect. If a nigga talk, let him talk. He get mad. He do this all the time, man. He do this all the time.
Don't tell me not to cut you off, and then you gonna come back and start cutting me off.
Hey, I got a question, man. Where Jalik been at?
Jalik is not. Man, I'll be honest with you, man. Shout out to Jalik, man. He not UDC though. He not UDC. He don't support us like that, bro. He got his own thing going. So shout out to him. Yeah. You know, I don't know where he at, bro. He don't.
Jalik got a new video to plug.
He got. I think Jalik is I mean, I look at Jalik like I look at my nigga Corey Lee. You know, they got their own thing going. Sometimes not everybody can. You can say click up with a certain group and stuff like that. That's pushing the same type of content, stuff like that. Like we don't push the same kind of content, but we all
can debate, and we can have our own rational thinking about certain events and push his true media. Like, I don't know. I just don't know if he fits the chemistry or the mold of us. I don't really know if he fuck with us like that.
That's
Because
true.
if he was, he would be on the platform.
That's
You know,
true.
so it ain't nothing personal. That's why I took him off the channels tab, because I noticed that everybody on the channels tab, at least we promote each other. You know, it ain't just about one person. I always try to support my brother, shouting out my brothers in the UDC clique all the time.
Yeah.
I've been shouting out Jalik. When I first started, and you know, he was just starting his channel out, I would shout him out. I tell people, I refer people to him. I'm like, well, if we support you, bro, you can support us. If we shout you out, you should shout us out too.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. That's not trying to tell him what to do, but at the same time, it's like, I thought we was our brothers, man. I thought we was part of the clique. And every time, he don't ever want to shout us out, man. He never want to shout us out. But it's all good. It's all good. I mean, I wish him nothing but success, man. I wish everybody success on their channels.
Channels tab?
Huh?
Y'all on his channels tab?
Say again?
Like on his channels, his featured channels. Do he have y'all on his featured channels?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
I got all y'all on my featured channels, and I'll be shouting out UGC.
Yeah, he don't have to. He don't have to do that.
You just one of them UGC cats. I feel like I might as well start throwing the damn tag up. The way people be accusing me, like I'm like, bro, I'm nobody. I'm speaking by sports.
And to
talk.
be honest with you, man, like I don't tell Red and Unbiased and them to put the UGC tag. No, it's just that we all represent a movement. UGC, the underground community, represent a movement, man. And even our TBA, I be like, I talked to him on the phone the other day. Like, I'm like, bro, you ain't got to do that, man. I appreciate it. He's like, nah, bro. Like, y'all ride for me. I fuck with y'all, and everything I do, I'm putting that UGC hashtag out there. And I'm like, man, salute, because I see the workout TBA doing, you know, and he doing interviews with top fighters and all kind of shit. He don't have to put the UGC hashtag, but I appreciate that, you know. And if we got one of the most hardest working niggas in media putting out the hashtag, like, what the hell, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but it is what it is. Like I say, it ain't nothing personal about it, but I'm only going to support those that support me. You know what I mean? Like, Unbiased been supporting me. Angel been supporting me. I'm going to always shout them out. You know, people that when I made my moves and shit and had my fallout with that other, you know, them other side niggas or whatnot, like, it's still someone's that stayed down with me, man. Still rock with me, despite my disagreements and fallout with them.
Hey, Black, my bad. I gotta head out, man. But thanks for having me on, man.
Yes, sir. Anytime. Shout out to Unbiased. So at the end of the day, man, I just felt like that's something I've always done, man. I've always supported you know, others and promoted. That's my thing. I like to promote others and shed light on other people that's actually doing their thing out there too. You know what I mean? I feel like we all should I mean, if people would talk about, you know,
I got cut out. Or did I get cut out? All right. I guess I'm hosting the show until Black come back. Get to the chat. Say, wow, bias. See what y'all talk about. You
my
back?
bad.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, you can read the chats, bro. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just killing time until you got back in.
Yeah, I damn near I accidentally kicked myself out and shit. But shout out to the ones, man, that's you know, whatever groups, whatever cliques, man, you know, it's all up. It ain't just about one person. We all putting up content, and everybody got something to offer, man. So I just appreciate everybody that supports this movement, and anybody that don't support the UDC movement, I still support them, like IBFP, Bruce Vane, all these guys out there, man, and even Ring IQ. There's guys out there, man, they doing their thing, and I'm acknowledging. I throw some of them on the channels tab, because even though they're not part of UDC, I want them to be able to get more subs, because I like what they doing. You know, I ain't gonna throw no casuals on that tab though. Yeah. Joe says Big Baby was on stamina boosters. He won't be able to throw 100 plus punches around anymore. Shit, we don't know if he gonna get tested in this. That's crazy, man. For them to.
Joyce said he's not fighting him unless he's tested and stuff.
Okay, good. Yeah, man.
Get tested.
They need to have Vada at his house, like,
I'm looking at
every other day.
That's the kind of nonsense that calls right there. Mickey Ward talk about some DU mads and facts, bro. LDBC, and he knows whatever, man. I don't have to move like you do, Mickey. If you have your preferences, that's your preference. You can move on only certain channels you want. I move all around. Like, how can you get content? And you can listen to Black and that nonsense anyway, but if you debunk these stupid videos, then you have to listen to them. So that's the way I decided to get my content. I'm everywhere. If you're going to debunk the dumb stuff that people say, you're going to have to listen to them. How you going to hear it if you don't know what they're saying, Mickey?
Well, like I said, that's why, like,
if you can come up here and get this smoke, yeah, because he don't duck no smoke. I'm gonna tell you, Mickey Ward, you ain't black. You better come up here.
Oh, don't throw race in it, man.
No, I ain't saying what race. I ain't saying nothing about no race. I say I'm talking about black horseman, black.
Oh, my bad. What you say?
Black. Well, let me rephrase that.
Oh, you said
you're not black horseman. You can come up here and get that work, Mickey. Trust and believe. Because I don't know what you've been fooled by, but this Thanos, you don't want to see me. Yeah, you don't want to see me, Mickey.
I got to keep reminding this nigga Thanos got defeated, but you know.
You that back say what he say. You keep your mouth closed there, buddy boy. There you go. Black put the link in. You want this work, you come get it. Don't try to.
Shit.
Yeah. Or better yet, you can come see me in the debate cage, an official debate platform where there ain't no 2-on-1. I will ice you at the debate cage. Body you.
Oh, man.
Body bag, toe tag, Mickey. Come on over to Jefferson's debate cage, talking all that nonsense, bro. You don't know me like that. Black got a right to talk. I've been rocking with him for a minute. You ain't got no right to run your mouth, bro.
Damn, Mickey. All right, man. Shit.
You can talk all that nonsense. You know I don't play that. I will buy niggas, bro.
It's one thing to say some shit outside the ring. When you jump in that motherfucker, it's time to let them hands fly.
Oh, you know what I mean? Don't talk.
Let them fly.
Then we just talk about them chat warriors, Mickey. Don't be no chat warrior, because you can come to the debate cage and get body bag.
Right. Y'all see that though, D, man. No matter what I say about the nigga, when it comes to debate shit, he be ready. Angel said D on his game. Yeah, he ready to get it in. That's one thing about him. He don't duck no smoke.
Never.
So make sure that if you say what you say in the chat, make sure you can back it up in the motherfucking live stream, because it's shit. The platforms is set up now where you can get a link, nigga. No matter who you are, you can get a link.
Yeah. And all y'all not Black Horsemen. Black Horseman, you know, he on his game. He on 1,000, so he got the right to call anybody he want easy work. He can call anybody he want easy work. Y'all think it's easy work? Come get this. If you think it's easy work, you want to listen to Black, you must be fooled. You think you're Black Horseman? Come get this easy work and get body bag.
I'll let it be known, man. This nigga D is not easy work in the debate. Even when you know you got a good angle and making a good point, the way this nigga over talk and do his thing, man, he stays in the motherfucking debate and shit. So anybody else who's new, if you ain't got no resume, no debating resume, you're gonna get body bag. You're gonna get toe tag.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's wrong with these people, dog. What y'all think I started off a debate cage just so I can body cats like y'all, bro? Stop that.
Shoot. You go with the cage and the rage, man.
Oh, Black, you and Unbiased are the only ones who get claim to fame to this date, bro.
Beating you ain't no claim to fame, nigga.
Man, please. You listen. Here's the thing with you. You have gotten bodied by D. You just don't accept it. That's the thing. You've got yours. You just don't accept it. So I don't argue with you about that. But I don't tag you, bro. I don't toe tag you. You just don't accept it. But that's cool. You know, I'll accept yours because
you got the ability to,
you know what I mean?
Think, but that's about it, bro. Once I think about what you said, I'll just chop it up and then throw that shit in the blender, man. It's out of there.
Yeah, I feel you. And anyway, we got to see a couple of fights because I already told you, you're going to zip your own self up after a couple of these fights. Everything don't make sense to you. It's going to make sense to you when you see these fights. I tell you that much. And then you can go ahead and wrap yourself right up in them body bags you've been claiming.
What fight you talking about?
First off, we got to see Bud and Spence fight. That's a big fight.
Oh, come on, man. Next fight.
We got
next fight.
Porter. Porter Spence.
What about that? What about that fight?
We got a different view on how that fight ends up, right?
We do.
That fight ends up. I say unanimous decision. Spence going pretty much control that fight. And ain't really gonna be.
What's my view on the fight?
I just asked you, what's your view on it?
Oh, because you acting like we got opposing views on the fight. I've been back, to be honest with you, I've been kind of like I've been 50-50 on this fight. 50-50.
Okay, 50-50. That's an opposing view.
Oh, okay. Well, you always oppose me, nigga.
So after this fight, you will be bodied because it's not even 50-50, not close, and it's going to be shown. After the Crawford fight, you will be bodied because Spence is going to win.
So when I say 50-50, that means I feel it's going to be a close fight. So you saying it's not going to be a close fight, right?
It's going to be unanimous. Is unanimous a close fight? You call a unanimous decision a close fight? Is this boxing we talking about here?
I just want to get all the facts.
I'm getting clarification. Do you call a unanimous decision a close fight?
No.
Okay, then we have opposing views. It's just that simple. Okay,
so if it is a competitive fight, there is not a man. Hold on, let me talk, nigga. If it's not a close fight, if it is a close fight and it's no man down, then you got bodied, right?
Wrong. If I call a unanimous decision, is that me saying a man down? See,
not a knockout, but like, do you expect him to drop the nigga? I mean, because this nigga Errol said he's going to go in there and he's going to knock him out. So you said it's unanimous.
Bro, I'm talking about what D says.
All right, shout out. We're gonna stick to what D said. You're right. We're gonna stick to what D said. So
delusion all he want. I don't see him knocking Shawn Porter out. And if again you watch some of the videos, you would have heard this. I don't see him knocking Porter out, bro. Okay, I don't. The Porter's never been stopped by anyone. Again, one of my other videos about some study on Porter, I show how he was cleanly and rocked by Thurman and stayed in there. And in the same video, I said Thurman definitely hits harder than Spence. He was rocked by Danny. In the video, I said Danny definitely hits harder than Spence. I do not see Spence stopping him. I see it as a unanimous decision. So again, you take shots at me, but that's because you don't see my content.
Why you keep saying that? What shot did I take?
Shots, fool. You stop taking shots. I'll stop saying that. You just
which shot?
Hey, all kinds of shots, Black. If you wanna know about casuals, go to
that's facts, nigga.
Whatever, bro. And
that's facts.
Too. It's facts to go to you too. Is it not? Because if you can't, how you gonna debunk casuals if you don't know where they at? Because I
don't know where they at. You tell me where they at.
Okay.
I hear about these casuals from you.
I tell you nothing. You've been doing this way before you met DJ.
Oh, come on, D. We on True Media now. You mean to tell me you ain't told me about some of these casuals?
Hold on. So you're telling me I'm the one who put you down on where to find these people to debunk. I put you down with that information, right? And you wouldn't have been doing it unless it was for D. Jefferson, because I'll take that credit.
Huh?
Is that what you're saying?
I said that you put me on to some of these casuals.
No. You've been doing this. So this ain't nothing that I invited you to.
Hold on. Wait. Explain. You said I've been doing this. What I've been doing? What you mean?
You've been debunking casuals, right? You've been debunking the nonsense, right? You've been knew where the false statements and the foolery was before you ever met me, right?
Way before I met you, right? Way before I met you. But as of right now, are we dealing with present day or in the past? You deal with casuals right now. Not me.
Present day, you can go to Black and find the casual channels the same way as you can go to D.
No, you can't.
You know where they at.
You can't. Hold on, let me ask you a question. Do you have any casuals on your channels, Tab?
In my opinion, no. In my opinion, no. Y'all
okay, hold on. Give us some names, nigga. Give us some names.
The daughter casual, didn't you?
Huh?
Didn't you call Shelby or one of y'all? I heard one of y'all when we was having a debate.
No. I didn't call him a casual. I said if he agrees with you on that situation, when you said that you were making a point with Crawford being rocked at 135. Come on, man. I hate going back into this shit because this just it was already a body bag. But that's the only thing I said that if go ahead.
The only person I have on my tab that y'all can consider a casual is my boy. He knows his sports. But
okay, never mind. There we go.
I'm not finished. But if you have one on your featured channels and you have 10 or 15 and 1 out of 15, how does that support the dumb shit you just said? Because 1 out of 15 does not support the dumb
I'm about to show you. Because you said that they can come to my channel and find the casuals, right?
They could talk to you, Black. You said if you want to know channel casual, talk to D. So I said you could talk to
so you got them on your featured channels.
I got know who's them. Them is more than one. See how stupid you're talking? Is it more than one? Hold up. Is them more than one, or is them meaning one now?
That nigga is worth 10 casuals.
Now you just changed up your statement. That
nigga is worth 10 casuals, nigga.
Oh,
That's the most casual nigga probably.
Now you making one worth more than one. Come on, bro.
Shout out to the Bulldog series and shit. Angel says Porter is going to smash Spence. Oh shit. Man.
Oh, well, what you mean by smash? You mean win the fight or
pause? But yeah, he gonna beat his ass. That's what he's saying.
Hey, you know what? One thing I'm gonna say about Angel. Angel, shout out to Angel, bro. He the only one who picked Zafara against Horn. Big ups to you on that, bro.
Oh, Angel knows his shit.
I know he do. I always respect Angel. I know he do.
That nigga, Angel know his shit, bro.
I see some fights that he picked differently because I know he picks fights so well. But I don't change my picks. Of course, 2 second guess what I thought.
Yeah. Samuel says Errol might not make it past Sean. I don't even know why the Bud versus Errol keeps being brought up.
I don't know. Tank might not even make it past Gamboa. How about
Tank?
That, Shaw? No, because you know he a super Tank fan.
Oh yeah, he did pick him to beat Loma.
Pick him to beat everybody. He's a super duper Tank fan.
Damn. Yeah, Unbiased gave him smoke for that the other day. He gave Sam smoke for that the other day.
Over the Tank Davis, but he think Tank is the bee's knees.
Hey, but that's a good point John Daly just made, bro. He said, isn't a UD 115, 113 a close fight? That's true. That's true.
It ain't gonna go down like that, John.
Good point though, John.
That is a good point, John. Don't worry about that. It ain't gonna go down like that.
Yeah.
No more rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds.
Yeah, man. So let me make sure we got to every topic. We talked about.
Oh, I got something, bro. What the hell is up with Derek Chisora's head, bro? He just told me.
I don't know. I just heard from Corey Lee in the chat something about he went off on her.
Yeah, nah. Well, he did that too, but then he also just came out and went off on Regis Prograis, right? Telling Regis Prograis, yeah, when he sees him at this next event, basically like look out, like he gonna come at him. I'm like, dude, you a heavyweight, bro. You talking all this nonsense to him.
For what? What happened?
Cause Derek, that's what I'm asking. What's wrong with this man's head, bro? This dude is.
I mean, obviously something must have happened between them two for him to just say that.
But Derek Chisora always saying stupid shit, bro. Like this dude.
Oh, I don't know. I don't be watching. I'm not really into that nigga like that.
Man, that dude's mentally unstable. He always saying acting crazy and all kind of shit, bro. But I'm just saying, be a heavyweight and that size. Why you even going at a little 140 pounder like that? Come on, Derek Chisora.
Nah, you don't get no. Yeah, something must be wrong in the head.
That, dog. You get no respect for that. This dude's like a little man compared to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's stupid. You gonna bully a 140 pounder, fam? Like, come on, dog.
That's what John just said. Derek has always been crazy. Yeah, he always been like that. Freaking nut.
For real?
Yeah, bro. That dude's cuckoo, bro.
Damn, man. Well, who's he about to fight?
I don't even know, bro.
You better focus on it, like how Buzz said. He better focus on his fight before he not make it to his fight.
Yeah, man. Chisora, I mean, it don't really matter who he fight. I rarely even expect him to win.
Yeah.
Because he's mentally unstable. You know, half this game is mental, bro. Simon said he said, put that up. Like he said, you funny. I'm not a super Tank fan. I just think he's going to sleep certain fighters. Well, this is why I call you a super Tank fan. You ain't said he was going to lose to nobody. So I'm pretty sure. I think Haney beats him. I think Lomo beats him. But you ain't say he'll lose to nobody. You just said
he did say Haney though.
No, he said I think Haney gives Tank real problems.
Oh, okay.
They say he gonna beat him. Samuel ain't said nobody gonna beat Tank.
Now I heard Haney and Shakur gave that work to Tank and Smart, even though it's just sparring. But I heard they beat his ass.
Super duper Tank fan, just like I said, dog. You can't fight nobody with that because you are 2 steps away from being a Tank fanboy.
Samuel Shaw, real one though, man. That nigga, we can get that nigga smoke on some shit, but he still be fucking with us, man. Like that nigga, man. He like who he like.
Shaw, bright dude. Outside of boxing,
Oh, Parker. Okay, he fighting Parker.
yeah,
Damn. I got Parker winning that.
yeah, Parker gonna win. I got, like I said, man, I can't see Derek Chisora winning too many fights, man. Maybe some suckers and some C-level fighters, but he
Who?
Chisora, he B level at best himself. He not really.
Oh, he a B? Well,
I said at
he
best.
did actually go the distance with AJ, huh?
With Dillian. So that's why I say he a B level fighter at best. I'm not. I
Oh, Dylan, yeah.
best to stop calling these fighters bums, bro, because they work out, they put these gloves on, and they get in the ring. So I do my best to stop calling them bums, but I'm gonna say lower level or C level fighter, and you can just attribute that to them being a bum.
Jose says Tank topped out already at 135. You think that that's the only division that he can go up to?
Yep.
Or you think he may be able to go to 140 in the future?
Too small. He's not linked enough for 140.
Well, let's think about it. Lomo started at what, 126?
Tank ain't Lomo, bro.
I know, but
I mean,
what does that mean? Like
Lomo, I mean, when you that superior of a boxer, you can do that.
Yeah. The skill. Because he started at 126, so he went up with two. That's what he fought in 3 weight classes. Lomo. So
that's something I was just arguing with him biased, not really arguing with him about, but when did moving up become a requisite?
I was just about to ask, man. Ask you a question about that. And my question is, and then to everybody in the chat too, how significant is it for a fighter to move up, in your opinion? Like, is that a requirement for your liking that the fighter has to be willing to move up, or the fighter can stay in one division, say like Triple G, and just rack up a lot of defenses and try to unify there?
Say like the great Hall of Famer, boxing great Marvin Hagler. See, so he's a great. He's a Hall of Famer. He's considered a great.
Right.
So when it become a requisite, a requirement? That's what I don't get. That like it's just this new age. This is this new age ideals like weight bullying, bullying. That's a new age term. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all new age stuff. So when does this become a requisite or a requirement for boxing? Because everybody talks about it. He didn't even move up yet. He didn't even move up. Wait, when does that become a requisite, a requirement? When? Please explain this to me.
Yeah. Because I think if somebody stays in the same weight class, as long as they fighting all the top people, then I don't see no issue with it. Because not everybody can just go up multiple weight classes. Because like you said, man, you got to have skills. That's why Lomo can go up multiple weight classes, and maybe Tank can. But
Crawford,
I mean, people
weight class. He's nice. He got the skills to do that.
Yeah. And then then too, a lot of people have to go up because they're already fighting at a drain kind of weight anyway.
Right.
And
forced up. Right. Exactly.
And they forced up because they outgrow that weight class. So
a
lot of times it's pound for pound thing. Some guys, it's little guys that's actually coming up, but shit, Malignaggi let the cat out the bag. A lot of these guys that's coming up multiple weight classes, that shit ain't natural, man.
Yeah.
He was like, that's why PEDs is a huge problem in the sport. A lot of these guys coming up multiple weight classes, dominating too. Right. Crazy.
I did that category, that 8-category challenge that Red Glove put out. I did the 8-category challenge and talked about Sam Langford, in my opinion, one of the most underrated boxers ever. Dude went from lightweight to heavyweight. Yeah.
What? Wait. Who?
Sam Langford. He was 5'6.5". They had him listed at 5'7". He went from lightweight to heavyweight, and he won.
Nigga, that must have been the most unhealthiest heavyweight ever.
Or the most unhealthiest lightweight. You got to look at it either way.
Both, yeah. Both ways. He was malnourished like a motherfucker.
But see, that's
obese at heavyweight.
I always know he was stopped, bro. He was a little stopped. He was short too. He was
come on, nigga. How tall you say he was?
6.5. They had him listed
fighting at heavy, dog.
That's right. Most underrated boxer. Why I had him as the most underrated boxer ever.
And you saying he was what? Stacked? Like ripped up or some shit? Muscle?
Yeah, bro.
Nigga roids, bro.
Come on, bro. Way back then, this is a way old school fighter.
Okay, my bad.
Way old school fighter, Black.
But still, nigga, that's hard to believe, bro. Lightweight to heavy and win.
What's in the history books, nigga? You ain't got to believe it. Just go read the history.
I'm appalled. I'm appalled.
Right, man.
Bias says pound for pound talk is for moving up in weight. Can your skill sets translate over weight classes? Yep. John Dealey says, oh shit. He says, let me go back to it. Weight bullying was impossible with same day weigh-ins. What you feel about that?
I feel like
you think you should go back to that, or you feel like it's better now?
Why are you talking about weight bullying? See, I've debunked that. Weight bullying is a new age term, so don't even.
No, but just the same day weigh-in part, because I know how you feel about the weight bullying.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I don't have a problem with that. It'll kill a lot of these stupid idiots crying weight bully. It would kill that nonsense, but yeah, I have no problem with that. But I don't listen to the term weight bully because it's a new age term, bro. You didn't hear nothing about no weight bully back in the day. You didn't hear it because the whole thing, the idea was to cut as much. When they introduced weight classes, the whole idea was to cut as much weight as possible efficiently and fight at that weight.
Yeah,
never no weight bullying. 2000 come in the door, 2005, and then you all hear all of these excuse makers. Weight bully, he's a weight bully. It's a new age term, bro. Bullshit. So yeah. I don't subscribe to weight bully.
Unbiased says, when you are not getting fights in your division, moving up is an option if you can't move down. Let me ask you real quick, D, about that. Will you give somebody pound for pound points if they move down and win, as opposed to moving up?
No, I mean, I can understand somebody's argument, but to me, I don't accept that.
Like, for instance, it's a good example. Nonito Donaire.
Yeah.
Because he was already considered pound for pound at one point. But now he's fighting at a lower weight. And if he beats a lot of people feel like he ain't gonna win against Inoue or Inui, however you pronounce it. But
man, Monster gonna beat him up, bro.
But if he wins, like, are they gonna consider him a pound for pound, top pound for pound if he beats Inoue? Because Inoue is already considered, I think, in a lot of people's top pound for pound. But
yeah,
if he gets beat by a guy who came down to that weight, do they, like most people don't get elevated by beating a smaller guy like that, or if they, if they have the size advantage, they went down in weight, or a little guy came up in weight, like, is that going to elevate Donaire in the pound for pound status if he beats Inoue, especially being that a lot of people expect him to get stretched anyway?
Right. I don't know, bro. I don't think so. I don't think so. To me, I just don't accept it. But when you got a fighter like Donaire that's already been proving himself, it's so subjective. It's hard to argue. I wouldn't argue with no one for giving them credit for that. And you know what I mean? I wouldn't argue with it. But me personally, I'm not giving.
It's a tricky thing. Yeah, it's a tricky thing, man.
Tricky, bro.
Because it's a tricky thing because you can move like B-Hop moved down.
Yeah.
I think he beat De La Hoya and he beat Felix Trinidad. It's like, how much respect, how much props do you give B-Hop for clearly being the bigger guy, moving down, even though he can make the weight?
Right.
He moved down and he beat big name guys at a lower weight. De La Hoya and Trinidad, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Like, does that elevate him on a pound for pound status because he went down to beat those guys who were considered pound for pound, who were coming up from a lower weight class and made it to that weight, and you just went down and dethroned them at that weight? So I don't know. It's just a tricky thing when you talking this pound for pound, tossing this pound for pound around, especially when guys is moving down too, to get that work, to try to elevate their status and shit.
Yeah.
I guess when you were talking about, what's the guy name again? Langford, whatever.
Langford.
They said back in the day, heavyweight was at 175. Started at 175. Is that true?
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's true. And had a lot to do with why they even instilled weight classes, because you had a lot of these bigger heavyweights fighting these smaller guys, and it was boring. It was causing the sport, people to lose interest in the sport, so they introduced the weight classes. So that's true.
Yeah.
But even at the same token, bro, still lightweight to 175, And even though heavyweight started at 175, it's not like he was only fighting guys at 175. So it's still amazing, bro. Regardless of that, the number.
No. From lightweight to 175, it's still goddamn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
the
still amazing,
fuck?
regardless of the number you put on that. And you know that everybody that were heavyweights weren't just clean at 175. So I mean, I hear what you're saying, but it's still an amazing feat.
John Dilly says they didn't rehydrate to massive levels over the weight class with the same day weigh-ins. I mean, it's a good point, bro. I mean, it's probably safer and healthier. I mean, you know, that's crazy. If it was like that back in the day, then, you know, maybe have to implement that back, but I doubt it. I doubt it, though. Because these niggas be ballooning up 18 pounds, 20 pounds sometimes.
Even with all of that, what he's saying, he still went from lightweight, John, to 175, bro.
That's crazy, dog.
I mean, you can say all of that, and I don't disagree with none of that, the rehydration, but it's still lightweight to 175, John. I mean, dude, come on.
Jose says Navarrete the only one that can beat Monster. I don't know a lot on him. I don't really be following the lighter divisions like that.
Navarrete or Monster annoying?
Yeah, he said he can beat the Monster.
No, I'm saying you said you don't know a lot about him. Are you talking about Navarrete or Monster annoying?
I'm just talking about a lot of the lighter weight classes, period. But just Navarrete, I don't, you know, I'll be honest. I don't know a lot of the.
He's a dog, bro. He's a dog. Navarrete's nice. I will agree with that, Jose. But I will say that Jose Yepes is my boy, bro. He's on my channel. Jose is pro Hispanic fighters. Let's just say that. So he's going to always lean toward the Hispanic fighters. And I don't have a problem with you being a countryman and, you know, supporting your countrymen. But all of Jose's statements, you're going to hear the Hispanic fighter get the props, period. That's how it is with Jose.
What's up, Red Glove? What up, dog?
Flame on 2-4 in the building. What's up, Flame? Red Glove.
Oh, Flame in the building. Shout out to Flame on, man. The link is in the chat, bro, if you want to jump on. I know he missed the last one. John Dealey says, no, I'm not knocking you guys. That was someone else. Lightweight to light heavy is amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing shit, man. Dangerous, but yeah, it's amazing shit. He says, Coran says you can find a few Sam Langford fights here on YouTube.
Yeah, I watched a couple of them when I was doing that video.
Yeah,
but
man.
I got my uncle has these old VHS tapes, bro.
Yeah.
Probably about, I don't know, 100, 150 of them, all fights. And we used to just sit and watch fights, and he used to break things down to me, and this is what you're looking for, and that's what you're looking for. He taught me how to do film study and stuff, you know what I mean? I've seen a lot of these old fights, like the real footage, bro. It's amazing, those fights back then. These guys, and, you know, like a lot of those fights too, in all fairness, you don't see a lot of the sweet science. Like, a lot of these guys back then were just brawling, bro. You know what I mean? It was better brawler was going to win, but wasn't as much as, you know, the skill set that you have today. These guys are just letting them things fly. A lot of them fights back then somewhat remind you of women boxing. You know how women just get in there and let it go? You know what I mean? That's how they used to do all that measuring and timing and feinting and all of that. Man, nah, bro, they was brawling back then. So it is what it is.
Yep. Flame on says he'll be on in a few. Okay, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, man.
Come on, I'm gonna step off. I gotta put my mastermind videos out today. I ain't even started working on them. I got
you good, man. Ain't nobody got a gun in your head to make you stay. You good?
Nah, I love being on here talking shit. I just I'm doing a football video.
Niggas didn't want that smoke, bro. I put the link out there. He didn't. Who's it that was talking that shit?
Let me go back up and see.
That nigga left, bro. I put the link in. That nigga.
Same thing that happened the other day with that dude Meldrick. Mickey Ward is who it was.
That nigga got ghost. What's up, Red?
Yeah, they talk. They
hey, what up, Black?
What's up, Red Glove?
Bro, chilling. Niggas ducking that smoke with D today, man. I put the link in there. The dude was talking hella shit in the chat. I put the link in, and that nigga got ghost.
Yeah, I went off on him.
Wait, who ducked D?
dude, Mickey Ward. What's up, Rose? Rose in the building.
Mickey Ward.
What up, D? But who was ducking D?
Two people. I got two duckers one day after the other. The dude Meldrick Taylor. He's a CJ fan, and then this dude in here today, Mickey Ward. They start talking reckless in the chat, so
nigga started talking reckless. He was like, "Well, look at the link is right there." That nigga got out.
That's funny. That's real funny.
Let me tell you, this is what happened, Red Glove. Black be gassing these fools up, man. Black be talking all kind of greedy shit to me. And I told him, I said, okay, you ain't Black Horseman. So if you bring some little silly ass up here and you want to listen to Black, watch you get body bag. You know what I
mean? Toe tag the shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, right.
Y'all got real when that link drop.
Here's the thing, like if it's somebody here on the panel, be ready. If you there in the chat, be ready. If you think you're just gonna try to talk shit, because Black is quick to send out that link. Like it's easy to sit there in the chat and talk your shit, but try coming on here and doing it. It ain't gonna be that easy.
I'll put it in the link for you, Corin Bread. It's on the features channels though. It's Speak Your Mind Sports Talk is the channel.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I've had some people try me in the chats, and some dude try to call me KKK the other day. I'm like, I ain't the right color. God. Yeah, I'm like first off, yeah, because first off, I ain't the right color for that. First off, and second, it's like I'm part of the UGC. I'm part of the UGC. Like, how can I be KKK and part of the UGC? You go to UGC, look at how many. Like,
volunteer. Like he gonna do some volunteer work for the KKK. Like, can I help you out this week?
I let him know. I said, I'm like, the only reason why you said that is because you can't rebuttal the shit that I'm saying.
Nope.
And because you ain't got nothing for me, your Hail Mary is, I'll just try to make him look like he's racist. But here's the thing. How you gonna call me racist? I got my D saw the video. I got a video called The 8 Categories.
Yeah.
And my favorite, and I put my favorite current boxer is Terence Crawford. And I uploaded that video before this dude called me KKK. So it's like, all right.
Mike Tyson. So two
exactly.
Brothers. That's your favorite. You're racist. Yeah, he's a real idiot.
But that's what I'm these KKK, people do.
But I like those nigger boxers though. Right.
That's the thing though. Like if you're somebody who never talks about race, which is I never talk about race, hardly ever. Only when it's other people bringing up race is then when I get into it. If I'm never talking about race, and these guys are my favorite boxers, how the hell are you gonna call me KKK? That just tells me you don't know shit about boxing, and that's your ace in the hole. Oh, somebody doesn't agree with me, then they have to be racist.
That's a run. That's a lot of these morons out here running that. They either run the racism or fanboy. If you either you a racist or you a fanboy. As soon as they can't debunk you, you just a Canelo fanboy. I'm not no Canelo fanboy. I don't know how many times I've been called a Canelo fanboy. You know, I was just on IBFP, right? And so I went at Nuke on something he said, that I didn't agree with. So then this idiot jumps in the damn comment section with me and Nuke. He said, yeah, that's right, D, because Nuke such and such and such and such. And then just try to start going in on Nuke. But then he don't know that Nuke my boy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I trashed him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I see what it is. You just a Canelo fanboy. Well, what you got to say about Spence, this, and this? I said, see, now you're a real idiot because I'm a huge Spence fan. Dumb. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want to. They want to call you a fanboy or want to call you a racist as soon as you debunk them or make them look stupid. You got to be a fanboy or a racist. Get out of here with that nonsense.
And D, you know what that is? Those people have an agenda, right? and they assume just because you're a big Canelo fan that you're pushing a certain agenda. But the reality is this: you are a boxing fan. All right, you got boxers that you like. You're not trying to push an agenda. You watch the sport because you like the sport. But some of these clowns, they can't do that. You know, they want to paint a lot of these boxers as what's the word I'm looking for? Like civil rights leaders and all this stuff. It's like it's like you and that's not what it is these days.
Shit.
You know, there was a time where that happened, you know, but we live in a the time has progressed. And now what these fans don't realize is that if these boxers are pushing anything other than boxing right now, it's money. And that's what it is. You know, is money, popularity, you know, trying to get into Hollywood, a lot of this other stuff. You know, it has nothing to do with civil rights.
You know what I mean? All that shit. But I tell you this too. If I had $1 for every time I've been called a hater, fanboy, racist boy, I'd be rich. I'm telling you what.
You wouldn't be on live streams with us. You'd be doing your own shit.
Sitting back collecting checks. Look, I must be this is what I always say about myself, and I laugh at people when they call me these names, and you know, I don't really get offended because you cannot be a fanboy or partial to anyone. You're getting called the same thing from every side of the street. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting called that from every side of the street. PBC, Top Rank, Matchroom, Golden Boy, don't matter. Because if I hear something stupid, then I'm going to go debate it. So I'm coming from all angles. I've been called a fan. How can I be a fanboy of all of them? I can't be. That's not possible. You know what I'm saying? It's not possible.
Exactly. What it is that you're either giving if you give any praise to somebody, you're giving them too much praise. If you give them praise, but you're not like calling them number one pound for pound, you ain't giving them enough praise. So then they want to call you all this stuff. It's just like Andre Ward, I guess, said something recently about I saw Bruce Vane talk about this. He said something about Lomachenko where he wasn't putting him number one and fans were like attacking him. It's just like, why do y'all care so much about somebody's opinion? Pound for pound is 100% opinion. So like when people go out there and they put their pound for pound out there, I don't get all bent out of shape because it's like when somebody says that they like Pepsi, I don't go and attack them because I think Coke is better. It's like, all right, that's where you want to put your money. Buy you some Pepsi. Like it's
the ones that act like that and then charge you with being a fanboy. They're actually the fanboys.
Exactly. They're the failure of their own litmus test.
Right. Like you defend, all you do, you dumbass, is defend the PBC. So how you gonna sit here and call me a fanboy? Like that makes no sense.
See, and me, I'm in a weird place because recently I've been finding myself defending Canelo a lot, but I don't even like Canelo at all.
So like,
but you like the sport of boxing, so
you defending Wilder on so many levels, and like I'm a Fury fan, so you know I don't really like Wilder, but I've been finding myself in Wilder, and it's like, damn, do I really believe this about this guy? You know what I'm saying? But it's just the stupidness, bro. Like if you say something real stupid, like Adam Kalnaki, I was just talking to this idiot the other day because he's a Wilder hater, of course. Adam Kalnaki will sleep Wilder. Dog, did you see the Areola fight? Wilder will lay Kalnaki out. So no one got you just fanboy. You just one of those. I'm like, dude, I don't even like Wilder. Yes, you do. You're an undercover Wilder fanboy. I said, no, you're a wide out idiot in the open idiot. That's what you are.
See, I don't like Wilder at all, and I don't think that he would beat Wilder. Wilder would sleep him. Like you, bro. You just got to be real. You got to be real with it. Like if you're real with it 100% of the way, there's a lot less chance that you can look like a fool later on. But that's what a lot of these idiots do. It's like if you're gonna say stupid shit like that who was it you just talking about? They said that he would knock out Wilder.
Adam
Kalnaki. For some reason, I just slipped my mind. If you're gonna say stupid shit like that, then then you are a dumbass. Because first off, when has Wilder ever been knocked out?
Right.
Only in the amateurs. But in his professional career, it has yet to be seen. All right. So, and Kaunaki is not on the level of where what's his name? Ortiz was when he fought Wilder. You know, where you could kind of argue that he had him out on his feet. You know, he's not where Ortiz was at that time. So it's just like there's a couple things that you can you know, use some deductive reasoning with and say, okay, that's just simply not true. Somebody who says stupid shit like that, they're just really just a Wilder hater. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Wilder haters exist.
Hey, real quick. Hey, let me bring on shout to Flame on 24 who just got on. One of the brothers, he's on the channels tab. Y'all can go to the channels tab, subscribe to him, check out his content. What's up, dog?
What's good, Black? What's up, the chat and the panel? What up, D?
What's up, homie?
What up, regular?
This boxing talk, man.
What up, Flame on?
Yeah, cool, man. Rolling up. You know the thing I don't like the most about the boxing with the race thing and stuff is like people act like because the fighter's black, you gotta go for him.
Yeah, bro.
Like I hate that. Like I don't care what color you are. Like if you Russian, Puerto Rican, Mexican, black, white, if you could fight, you could fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not betting on somebody because they black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna bet on somebody because they white, because you're gonna lose your money.
I got Hispanic and black running through my family. You know what I mean? I can't be like that, bro.
And that's like when y'all asked me my like my top 5 or 10 or whatever, like it was diverse. Like it wasn't like more black fighters than white fighters, more white fighters than Puerto Ricans. I had all type of ethics on there. Like,
bro, my top
if you 5 can fight, I like you.
Canelo, Lomachenko, Usyk, and Inoue. Think about that, bro. You know what I mean?
Racist.
Yeah. Well, get this, Flame on. I remember one time I heard somebody say that Bradley was a coon because he lost to Manny Pacquiao. No lie. And I'm just like, yes, because he lost to Manny Pacquiao. It's like, did it ever occur to you that he lost to Manny Pacquiao that because Manny Pacquiao is maybe just a better fighter than him?
Right.
Is that just not a possibility? Like, they see the skin color and they're like, oh, well, if he lost, the only way it could be is either he lost to another black man or he threw the fight. No, you just on that you're just on that black supremacy shit. And
John, the link has been put in the chat many a times. Now let me tell you something, bro. And listen, don't make those statements unless you want me coming off at you. Now you've been cool, John, so I'm gonna give you a break this time. But dog, you have never heard me
giving niggas breaks.
Hey,
let me tell him this. You ain't never heard me defend Fury versus Otto Wilder. See, one thing about me, John, I call my guys out. And
he asked you though. He didn't assume. It's a question mark.
So okay. No, hell no, I don't defend that foolishness. I didn't defend the sports. I said it's ridiculous. So no, I call my guys out, John. I ain't on that dumb shit.
Hey, I'm gonna let you know right now, John Daly, he's very intellectual, to be honest. Like John, I've dealt with John, not dealt with him like a debate, but like I've seen him debate, and he's actually very thorough. Like if you see John in the chat and it seems like he's challenging you, you might want to look twice. He might just be trying to ask you a question or something.
Yeah,
because if he debates you, it's gonna be very difficult.
I will say I overspoke that, but Red, you already know me. I ain't trying to hear about no difficult. This thing.
I'm just saying. There's some people here. I'm just saying. There's some people here who are thorough, and you just may not realize it. He's one of them.
I ain't reluctant to listen. If I'm not reluctant to debate unbiased and black, then all the rest of them, bring that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't defend the Wilder fight, but I mean, I know why he doing it. It's like if he takes a risky fight and lose, then the freaking Wilder fight's off. So
Yeah, it's still
in the
bullshit.
meantime, between time, it is what it is. I
Yeah.
mean, after the Wilder fight, no excuses.
I don't give him excuses now, but I understand why he doing it. But it's still
Yeah,
bullshit.
it's a money thing. He just got a contract. He can't afford to lose or get hurt.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
that's the only pass I give him with that. You know, he's already signed to fight Wilder. Ain't no, you know, you go out there fight Dylan White or somebody, you get knocked out or get hurt. You know, you win, but you get hurt or something now. You know, you're making yourself vulnerable. So, I mean, it's a smart move. But after February 22nd, he gotta fight some competition.
Let me tell you something, Playboy. Let me tell you something. Fury, my boy, for the simple fact, I think he's the better fighter. But after Wilder, you ain't gonna see no damn different because this is what Fury been doing the whole damn time. You ain't gonna see no damn different. That's what that fool been doing his whole career. He gonna fight bums until his next fight, big fight. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. That's just the
Nigga
truth.
can fight though, bro. Tyson
he
Fury
can
can fucking fight, bro.
He can fight.
I had seen some slow-mo footage of course he wasn't fighting no top guy, but it's just a certain thing, certain moves he do defensively, man. And puts himself, he do defensive moves and he puts himself in a position to counter you. And it might be one or two shots, but it's a good enough shot to make you
Think
you know,
twice.
hesitate. Yeah, and make you, because he dodged like 6 or 7 punches from this one dude. I don't even know the name of the guy.
Tom
But
Schwartz
then,
on the ropes, he dodged 6 or 7
okay,
punches.
so yeah, that shit. And then he threw one body shot and it was an effective shot after all them shots homie missed. I was like, man, like that's a smart fighter. He make you miss, he make you, you know, unload a whole bunch of shots. It might just hit you with a stiff ass body shot.
And that's what I try to tell these dum-dums about Wilder. How many times you seen people dig the Wilder's body? You don't really see that.
Nah, you don't do it. Yeah.
Wild, crazy shots Wilder throwing. Bow! Dig him in that little small frame, and do you see Wilder back up? Or like when he knocked Fury out in the 12th round in that fight, Fury got up, bow, popped his ass. Wilder backed on up. Come on, bro. I ain't trying to hear that. Fury gonna beat Wilder ass in this next fight. Watch. Beat that ass.
Hey, I'm gonna be kind of on the move, but we still live. Flame on. If you want to touch on the topics, man, if your thoughts on maybe the Canelo versus the Crusher or Mikey, you know, actually being a layup for Pacquiao. That's what I think that is.
Yeah. Let me say
Okay,
this right quick, Flame on. Look, appreciate you, Black, for having me on. Always shouting me out, bro. Shout out to the UGC. I gotta go make some of these mastermind videos, fellas.
Shout out to you, man. Shouting us out and keep doing your thing, D.
All right.
And like once again, if y'all want to find out them casual channels, just go to D and he got you.
Kovalev Crusher. Kovalev Crusher versus Canelo. Look, I think Canelo gonna have some trouble. I think it'll be like the Yarde fight, but just that Canelo will get him in 9. Like that jab is gonna be a problem, but it's really gonna come down to how Canelo deals with being that heavy. Because I know initially there was requesting a catch weight, so maybe that's something he worried about, or like gassing out in the later rounds. But I'm gonna say Canelo's gonna beat him just because he's a known body puncher and a very effective body puncher, and Kovalev just don't like it to the body. So if you in there getting and you don't like his body punching, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like that. Damn, what's this dude's name? That Rocky Fielding shit. That fight there. It's gonna be like that. He gonna get Kovalev out of there with a body shot. Like he gonna have problems with that jab, but just his head movement, he'll get around the jab. He'll get around it. And after the 3rd or 4th round, he gonna take over. He gonna get Kovalev out. He gonna get him out. I just don't. I don't see. I know Canelo got the chin for it, and I don't see Kovalev definitely not stopping him with no jab. So, I mean, I think it'll be it'll be competitive like the first 4 rounds, but after that, I see Canelo taking over and just stopping him because he's gonna get Kovalev's gonna gas, and he don't like it to the body, and that's what Canelo does. He gonna give it to the body, hooks, uppercuts. It might be like the Ward fight. He gonna get stopped to the body. Far as Mikey Garcia, I think that's some bullshit. Because, you know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest like Spence fan, but I do like the dude, and I think he does deserve that fight more than Mikey. At least, or if he didn't get it, I think Danny deserves it because Danny's been around, he's a vet, and he's never really had that real like opportunity to be on pay-per-view. Seems like he'll be the last one on pay-per-view. But giving it to Mikey Garcia and they saying that they're doing it because they don't want him to leave PBC is like, it's bullshit. You don't reward a fighter for the performance that he just had versus Spence. He didn't do shit. Like, he landed 60-something punches. You got just dominated for 12 rounds, just whitewashed, and they're gonna turn around and give you another pay-per-view fight against Manny Pacquiao for a title. What did he do to deserve it? If he was to fight Danny Garcia and beat Danny Garcia, maybe I could see that being something that, okay, yeah, we'll give it to you. Because I'm not even sure Manny want to fight Spence unless it's for a substantial amount of money. But if Mikey want to go, let him go. Don't give him the Manny fight. I'd rather Danny get that fight than Mikey.
Yo, y'all there?
Yeah,
I'm still here.
yeah. Flamon was giving his breakdowns.
Yeah, like I just don't understand why they go PBC goes out their way to spoil these fighters for nothing. Yeah, y'all had a good, you know what I mean, you had some success with the pay-per-view, but you lost. And it ain't even the fact that you lost, it's how you lost. Like, you didn't even win a round. And they give you Manny Pacquiao, like, I don't get that. He should go down, fight somebody at 140, unify with Lomachenko or something like that. Well, he can't unify. I mean, fight him now because he can't unify with him no more. But I'm just saying, like, it just seems like Mikey's gonna end his career chasing paydays. And his last few fights, he's gonna lose all of them because he's fooled at 47.
He's at the wrong division.
Yeah, he's at the wrong division, and I can understand. Okay, you want to fight Spence? Fight a tune-up. Freaking, I mean, bring in Brandon Rios or some shit. Just get the feel for the weight, that how you gonna move at this weight. He looks slow. His power was still there. I could tell because Spence was respecting him and fighting a lot on the back foot. But as far as the speed, the movement, it ain't there. His defense was there. His power was there. But all the tangibles that he needs to compete at 47, that shit wasn't there. It wasn't there. So,
Flamon, you're on to something there. You said fight a tune-up, but you know what he just did? He became a tune-up.
Yeah.
That's all he is for Manny. That's all he is for Manny. He's a tune-up. Let's be real.
Yeah,
like,
Manny's gonna slaughter this dude. It's a bad style matchup for Mikey. I don't get why he would want that fight.
It ain't gonna be no Vada. So it ain't gonna be no Vada.
Pacquiao the A side, so nope.
No Vada. I mean, yeah, and like that Spence fight, all people gotta realize, like, you gotta do your history and shit with this shit. All that fight was Mayweather Marquez 2. That's all it was. That's all that shit was. You got a lightweight coming up. Only difference is Floyd didn't make weight. Neither Mexican fighter got stopped. And they just played the public with that shit. I don't even honestly.
But Flamon, Floyd dropped Marquez. I just Spence,
yeah, he did.
He did drop
I mean, Floyd was overweight, but yeah, he did drop him. He dropped him. He ain't stop him, but he dropped him. But I feel like did Mikey really, really see something, or did somebody get in his ear like, look, we're gonna need a favor from you. We're gonna need you to move up, fight Spence, or whatever. I just don't understand the shit. And then it was a pay-per-view fight. I bought that shit. And I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, okay. He couldn't do nothing the first round, second round, third round, fourth round. I'm looking, oh, goddamn. Well, what's going on, man? Like, I'm waiting on you to see. I'm waiting to see what you thought you saw. But what I think it was,
You wanted to see that man down.
Spence fought everybody coming forward, and he might have seen maybe he could catch him on the inside, but Spence fought a totally different fight. He didn't fight like that until like the 9th round. But by then, shit, he already wore Mikey out and punished him. So I don't know.
He's just lucky Spence wasn't trying to hurt him with those 1,000 punches.
Allegedly.
He said he's gonna punish somebody, but then don't even hurt him.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even like. Come on, like when I watched that face-off shit, man. When he said that, it kind of threw me for a loop. Like I'm like, why would you tell the public this? Like now I feel played because I'm like, I paid $80 to watch you not try to hurt somebody. So why should I buy the Sean Porter fight?
Man.
Well, the good news is he was trying to hurt him. It don't make no sense. When you watch a football game, do you hear the losing team say, "Oh, well, we wasn't trying to score"? No, it's bullshit, and he knows he's full of shit. It's just like
disrespectful too.
Before the fight, he even said,
right.
No, I was just gonna say before the fight, he said, I always plan to punish my opponents, and I would like to stop Mikey early. If I can get the stoppage early, I'm gonna go for it. That's what he said before the fight. Then after the fight, he was on camera and said he tried to knock out Mikey, he just couldn't. Then on the Sean Porter interview, he said he was upset about it, and Mikey was just tough and he couldn't stop him. But all of a sudden, he's not trying to hurt him. Come on.
Yeah, he shouldn't have said that shit. It's like
I gotta say this comment that Sean Newton said. He said, "Yup, Spence deserves Bud."
Hell no.
He deserves that Bud fight. Nah, he ain't gonna take what he deserves because he knows.
Like, who are they gonna really sacrifice and send over there to Top Rank to get mauled by Crawford? They ain't gonna send nobody over there.
Nah.
The only way that fight is gonna happen, because Spence said some shit, some months ago or whatever. He's like, "Oh, only reason Crawford want to fight me because he don't got to fight." Look, Crawford can fight whoever the hell he wants. Crawford's still gonna get 3 million, 3.5 guaranteed. He's gonna get 5 million pay-per-view in the upside. He can fight whoever, you know what I'm saying? He's still gonna get paid decent. Why would he just want to fight the hardest welterweight allegedly in the division because he don't have a fight? It's gonna come to the fact of the matter that Spence ain't gonna have a damn fight soon. Because after you fight Porter and you don't get the Manny fight, you're gonna satisfy a mandatory against an unknown with the IBF. His last name's Kabalu, some old crazy shit.
Collazo's fighting that guy. Collazo's gonna fight him.
Collazo?
Yeah, he's fighting that guy next. So maybe that's what they're gonna set Spence up with, a Collazo fight in the future.
Oh,
Here's the thing though. Like what happened to strap season at that point? It's like you're gonna not fight Crawford just because Manny. If you can't get the Manny fight, that's the only other unit. Those are the only two options as far as strap season. Is Manny or Crawford. If you can't make that Manny fight,
they don't acknowledge the WBO no more, so that would be an excuse too.
Red, you notice he hasn't been saying strap season for a while now. I mean, I haven't heard it.
Oh man, he changed. He changed his. Yeah, it had to be, because if it was strap season, why did he fight? Why did he fight Mikey? Mikey didn't have no straps.
Oh, because Mikey called him out. Mikey called him out, right? Mikey called him out. Crawford calls you out. You don't want to fight him.
That sounds very familiar to a certain Floyd Mayweather who fought Marquez because he called him out.
Laura called you out. Herb said something about fighting him.
That's the thing, though. Crawford called him out too. So
They
you
are,
can't even, he
yeah.
can't even use that. He can't even use that logic, really, because it's like, okay, well, you fought Mikey because he called you out.
Then
Crawford
he
called
said,
you out too.
I think
Crawford hasn't done enough at the welterweight division. What the fuck did
When
Mikey do?
Mikey didn't do
Mikey never
anything,
had a fight.
literally.
Crazy.
Mikey never had a fight at the welterweight division. He came up 2 weight classes. I mean, and then I don't know much about this cat that Luis Collazo is fighting, but the only way I see Collazo winning that maybe is robbery. And I mean, even after that or before that, Ugis is in line, supposedly supposed to be fighting him too. So we ain't getting no Crawford fight until probably 2021. The problem is gonna be who is Crawford gonna fight after he fights this Green Machine cat.
Are we gonna hold Errol Spence accountable for anything that he's been doing? Like, you know what I mean? First of all, ducking Crawford, and then second of all, saying he's gonna stop Porter. If he doesn't stop Porter, do we hold him accountable?
I mean, I'm gonna hold him accountable only because of like his fans and just the man. Listen, I give Porter all the credit in the world just for surviving because the just the disrespect, and this is the thing about the whole race shit. Everybody wants to say support black. Now you got 2 black fighters fighting on pay-per-view, and instead of supporting both of them, y'all want to shit on Porter. Oh, Porter is lame. Porter can't dress. Porter can't box. Porter's a dirty fighter. Porter's this. Porter that. So why should I buy this fucking fight then if Porter ain't shit?
Bro,
Why should I give Spence credit for beating Porter if Porter ain't
right,
shit?
exactly. Hey, Flame on. I've literally seen in the comment section people saying Porter is a bum, no boxing ability, just dirty tactics, a D-class boxer. So why are we giving Spence credit for this bum, according to his fans? And
Why
if
are we paying for this shit too?
and also, Flame on, if he struggles with this boxer who has no boxing abilities, just dirty tactics, and he struggles with him, right? What does
Yeah.
that make Spence?
Shit will
they're
make
gonna
them overrated.
they're gonna do what they always do. As soon as Spence beats him, if that's what happens, then they're gonna build him up. They're gonna be like, oh, Sean Porter, he has one of the best resumes in boxing. He's fought some of the best, and they're gonna try to twist it in any way that they can. If Spence were to beat him. Now, if he beats Spence, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do, because I don't know how you spin that.
You know what they're gonna do? A lot of
They're gonna
channels are
call it
gonna
a
go
robbery,
close their
probably.
accounts and shit. People are
They'll
gonna
probably
make
say,
excuses.
yep, they're gonna say that, well, Porter's a dirty fighter and all this other stuff, and it's just like Spence isn't the cleanest fighter. Really, what fighter is 100% clean? Let's be real. Like they
None.
all do their little sneaky shit, and basically, it all depends on the ref. How much the ref is gonna let them get away with it,
Yeah,
But really, none of them are clean in the sense of their tactics, really.
Sean Newton boxing, his last comment was they've been talking about Spence versus Collazo for a long time. But that's true. But if I can recall, it was rumors that Crawford was gonna fight him last year. I know it was this year. And the public wasn't having that shit.
Well,
they was like, "Oh, he's gonna fight Collazo."
There's a certain area of the public who wasn't having it.
Right.
No,
And
right.
I guarantee if that fight gets made, they'll be like, well, Spence is just, defending his belt against his mandatory. And Collazo, he's a pretty good fighter. He's been beating up prospects and all this other shit. They're going to try to rationalize it as much as possible.
They just can't keep it real. The reality is this, all right? Only reason why Crawford was going to fight him is because he couldn't get the Spence fight. He tried to get the Spence fight, couldn't get it, and that's the only reason why he even considered Collazo in the first place. Spence has a champion who is calling him out. There's no excuse for him to fight Collazo.
And it's not fair because when When Spence couldn't get a fight, the boxing community was in their feelings. Oh, nobody wants to fight him. He's the boogeyman. Now Crawford can't get a decent fight, and he on the wrong side of the street, man. It's all bullshit, man. It's all bullshit. Crawford in the same shoes Spence was in.
Look at that comment by Cornbread that Black has up there right now. I don't know if Texas will go for it, but his fanboys will. You want to know why? Because a lot of them are the same Deontay Wilder fanboys who are perfectly fine with him fighting.
And they gonna say he didn't man down Mikey, so he got to get the rematch.
He got, it was a controversial win, so he got to run that back ASAP.
The only way that shit happens is if Mikey beats Manny, and you already know Mikey's Mikey's recipe for boxing is when he wins a belt, he just moves and shit. He vacates and goes. He probably will go down or some shit.
He ain't beating Manny. That's the thing.
He ain't beating Manny.
Like, that's just not gonna happen. That's not that. It doesn't. I don't see how he could beat Manny. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but
He just got to catch a lucky punch. Low key, this is a cherry pick for Manny. To be honest, this is a cherry pick.
He's a tune-up.
It's a showcase fight. It's not even a tune-up. Manny just gonna showcase boxing abilities versus Mikey. You know what I'm saying? And stop him. He gonna stop Mikey.
What if he does stop him? What does it say about Spence if Manny, a 41-year-old, goes in there and stops Mikey?
They're gonna say that Mikey was his. They're gonna say that. They're gonna say that Mikey is Spence's leftovers. They're gonna downplay the knockout in any way that they can. Like,
you can't,
because that's what they do. They turn a blind eye to the inconvenient facts, and then they magnify stupid shit. That's just what they're gonna do.
To me, it's only gonna be, you can only say it's leftovers if that guy gets dropped multiple times or if he gets stopped.
Yeah, I see it all the time. Like, it happens with Tank. It happened. It really, to be honest, it kind of happens with every fighter. But
yeah, they try to do that with Tank and say Pedraza. Tank finished Pedraza for Loma, but Lomachenko used Pedraza as a tune-up, a surgery tune-up. Like, he just came off surgery. Usually, fighters will fight a fight before that to see how they feel. But Lomachenko was like, nah, fuck that. Pedraza, you a tune-up. And he whooped his ass for 12, got hit less in that fight than Tank did.
Yeah. And I tell people all the time, man, like, you can't compare the fights because, for one, it was at a different weight class. I feel like Pedraza was too big for that weight anyway. But he didn't fight the same fight versus Lomachenko. He fought a tactical, smart fight. He moved, he boxed, he jabbed, he didn't fight reckless. He fought reckless with Tank, like he was trying to prove something, being that Tank was an up and comer, and I guess he thought he could outdog Tank, and he got caught. Like, I mean, but if he fought Lomachenko that same way, he would have got stopped. He would have definitely got stopped. So I don't see the comparison. They fought two different fights, two different ways. So, but and that's something I wanted to talk about too. Like, all this Loma hate. I mean, this shit is crazy. Like, just pound for pounds talk, and like, I don't really care about who's pound for pound. That shit don't matter. But what I will say is, he accomplished all these accomplishments in 15 fights. And all these other fighters on the pound for pound list that's around him, you got Canelo, 50-something fights. You got Crawford. I think he's got like 35 fights. And they bring up the Salido loss, but the thing they don't talk about, the fucking referee is a controversial referee. He's known to be a shitty referee. Salido was a champion, or was it vacant? I think he was a champion, or ended up being vacant because he came in overweight. And instead of trying to make weight, he went to rehydrate to 147, while Lomachenko was 136. And then he got the fight dirty. and it was still a split decision. And Loma went on to do what Loma did. So I don't understand the hate. I feel like if Loma was black, he would be worshipped. Period.
If his name was Leroy Chenko, if his name was Leroy Chenko, it'd be all right. but no, but I mean, I feel you and I hear you. You know what I'm saying? For me, pound for pound is all subjective. Either way you have it, I believe that like Lomachenko should definitely be in the top 5. You know what I'm saying? Because just skill sets alone, the dude he's clearly special. You know what I mean? You got to give him his credit. So when people just try to shit on him, I mean, to me, it doesn't make sense. I'm not too hot on his fights at 135, but you got to put into perspective. These guys are 2 times his size. So the reach advantage, all of that plays in the part, and Lomachenko is still beating these guys down. So I give him his credit.
And the fact that they call his opponents bums is crazy. Crazy. Luke Campbell, he had 2 losses. He had 2 split decision losses. 2. Never been dominated until he fought Lomachenko, who was a smaller fighter than him. So that shit is crazy to me. I don't get that shit. But and you know, Canelo being up there, ain't nothing wrong with that either. Ain't nothing wrong with Crawford being up there. I just don't like when people shit on other fighters. Like, it's stupid. Right.
Well, some fighters deserve to be shitted on, but you know.
Yeah, some of them, but I still give credit to the fighter I'm shitting on. Like, they're making it seem like this dude did absolutely nothing. Like,
right. No, the Loma hate is dumb. The Loma hate is just retarded.
Yeah, and you know what else? Because me, I keep the same energy, right? So when Lomachenko fought Rigondeaux, besides the weight class, I said Lomachenko's going to whoop this guy's ass. Why? Because his punch output is too low for a Lomachenko. It's just how you break down fights. These guys on the LDBC, they didn't break down the fight. Didn't matter what weight class it was. He was getting his ass whooped by Lomachenko.
Nah, man. It was just the fact that Rigo was black and Loma was white.
That was it. Yeah, that too. And then the 2 weight class jump was the excuse. But these guys
asked for that though.
They did, exactly. And on top of that, they want to give Spence credit for Mikey Garcia. The hypocrisy is crazy.
And Mikey just came off a tough ass fight with Lipinets.
What about Lipinets?
He had fought Lipinets and Robert Easter prior to fighting Spence. And that's like, and he got his nose broken in the Lipinets fight.
Yeah.
So Lipinets, it was like he had a war with Lipinets. Shit. I mean, I don't know. This shit crazy, bro. It's all crazy. Like they want to just credit this fighter and not that fighter, and you know, I don't know. And they let people say anything they want, and there's no, they don't question none of it.
To be fair, I feel like you know, the reason why Lomachenko gets his hate is more to his fan base than him as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? And the hype around him. The hype around him gets him hate. You know what I mean? But I honestly, I feel like the hype is kind of low-key warranted to a certain measure. You know what I mean? Do I think that he's overhyped? At certain times I do, but he's definitely a skillful fighter.
Who's overhyped?
Yeah, Loma, like when they say that, oh, he's like Ali level and shit. Yeah, I think that's a little bit too much.
That's what I'm talking about right there. But yeah. Besides that, I think he's definitely a very skillful fighter, and he's good for this generation of fighters. You know what I'm saying? So I give him his credit.
They won't appreciate him till he's gone.
Yep.
He loses. Just like, oh, he got a loss. I'm like, shit, Canelo got a loss.
Losses don't matter, bro.
Hell no, it don't.
Niggas gotta pay attention. This year, niggas with losses is fucking becoming champs, man. They taking straps.
Straight up. Shit, you got upsets everywhere. You got Ruiz had a loss. You got Harrison.
Yep.
J-Rock. Shit, J-Rock got knocked out and Harrison got knocked out.
Yep. And them niggas is champions at the division, same division that they got knocked out in.
Facts.
Ain't that some shit? And then you got these old niggas beating these young niggas' asses. So crazy year, bro.
Yep. But the hype that Loma gets is the same hype that Wilder and Spence and Tank and all them get. So you can't. Sometimes you. That's why I just be like looking at all the fanboys. You know what I mean? Because all of them are equal to me. Because I've heard Wilder can beat all the heavyweights ever. I've heard that shit. I heard Spence could beat everybody at welterweight, including Leonard and all of that. So I've heard it all. So they're all equal to me.
Yeah, they're all saying he could beat everybody from 47 to 60. Never fought there.
Yep. Shit, I forgot to mention Gene Pascal too. He had multiple losses in
that's
in the interim and shit.
And he was old.
Old ass nigga, yeah. You know, coming in there with the goddamn wig on his head and shit. You know,
you know what tripped me out about that fight at the post fight. He's like, it's like 50. I told you I got your money if I win. I said, damn, everybody owe 50 money. Shit.
I mean, that's just a way for you to get your social media following up. Act like you owe 50. I might as well start doing that shit.
Hey, so you guys heard J-Rock might be fighting Laura, right?
Yeah. And you know what? I low key favor Laura a little bit. I don't know why. I just favor Laura.
Me too. Because
I just think that style is gonna be a little different for J-Rock.
Hurd didn't throw a jab. He didn't throw a jab to keep J-Rock on the outside. Laura definitely gonna do that.
Hurd has the ugliest jab in the game. Like this motherfucker, it's like he ducks his head and throws it. Like he just can't fight to me. And I told people this, like they was hyping him up. It's like, oh, he might go up there and beat Canelo. And I'm like, how? You're not gonna win no fight against an elite fighter with no defense or no jab. And what I think, okay, this is the question I had too. Let's say hypothetically Laura beats J-Rock. Does he give her the rematch? I don't think he should.
For what? He's not even a champ. He's not even a champ no more. For what? He don't want that smoke. Matter of fact, Hurd already beat him. Hurd already said he don't want the rematch. Remember?
I mean the Laura rematch.
He going to middleweight, fam.
That's a fact.
Flame, you was talking about Laura and Hurd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hurd said he don't want the rematch, bro.
He don't want to fight Laura again?
Yeah, he said it. He don't want that work. When they asked him about the rematch, he was like, no.
I ain't gonna lie. I was mad when Laura lost that fight because I thought he won it by a point.
Oh, you still thought he won, even though he got
what? I thought he won.
The knockdown did it for me.
Yeah, it was close, and I felt like the knockdown gave him the edge. Because I think he won by a point, right? It was split.
I ain't sure what the decision was. I think he won by
decision.
I think he won it by. It might have been a point.
It was a point, dog. And so that knockdown was what got him.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just feel like I was mad as fuck, man.
What I like about
Laura got that, dog.
What I like about Hurd is he breaks people down with relentless pressure. I'm not giving him any excuses before the J-Rock fight, but people were saying that he was having problems making the weight and that he was injured before that fight. Again, I'm not making excuses, but it kind of showed if that was the case. It showed in the fight. And
he did look weak.
Right. Yeah.
And then we do know he had shoulder surgery. I think it was shoulder. Yeah. And when he got dropped, I was shocked.
Me too.
I said, damn, this motherfucker don't never get dropped. I'm like, something ain't right with this dude. And his punches, I mean, they just didn't look like they had the power that they had on them in the previous fights. Because that was my prediction for the fight. I was like, J-Rock gonna box circles around him, but eventually he'll wear him down and get him out, and it didn't happen. And another thing is, has a fighter that went to snack been knocked out yet?
Nah, no, you're right. Yeah, that's weird.
Like, I'm like, this dude gets knocked out. He goes to war with Gallimore, and he goes to fucking Snack, and he just washes J-Rock.
Right. He didn't look good in the Ishe Smith fight neither. So, and then he just smashes J. Yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, he's a big power puncher now, knocking her down.
Yeah, what, second round?
Yeah, I didn't get
that was crazy. And that's like Mikey survived the Spence onslaught. So I don't know if that expedite might give them motherfuckers some punch resistance or something.
And Haney knocking people out now and shit. One punch. So yeah, you might be right.
Cause I was like, man, before the fight, I'm making my prediction. I'm watching like his last fights. I'm like, he going blow for blow with Gallimore. I say, man, Hurd gonna get this dude out. It's gonna be competitive, but he gonna get him. Motherfucker, man, that motherfucker look like Superman fighting Hurd. Shit.
Yeah.
Hurd hitting him to the body. This motherfucker sticking his tongue out, laughing and shit. I'm like, man, look at this shit.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Hurd will do good at 160, man. So I don't know what he's gonna try to. Maybe try to fight Munguia or some shit like that at 160, make a money fight or something like that. But fighting
Jamel
or something.
Trying to get that. He's trying to get Jamel that fight, or is it Jamal? He's trying to get Jamal that fight.
Yeah.
If Hurd don't stay at 54, he gonna have to retire. Like he gonna get knocked out up there.
I agree, man. His style is not good for longevity. It's just not. You know what I mean? He takes way too much punishment in his fights.
Yeah, that motherfucker must got a Homer Simpson skull or some shit. That's like when Homer Simpson was boxing and shit. Motherfucker was just getting punched, just punch. Motherfuckers get tired, and he just knock him out until he fought whatever his name was, Tatum or Mike Tyson looking like motherfucker.
Hey fellas, I'm on the road, man. So y'all keep doing y'all thing. I'm just letting y'all know.
All right. Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like Hurd's style is just, it's bad for middleweight, and him just moving up and trying to fight. Like, could you imagine Hurd versus Triple G? Like, Triple G would annihilate that motherfucker. Like, Triple G would kill for real. He just demolished Hurd. Canelo would wipe the floor with Hurd. Man.
Only fight he could probably fight. The only fight he could stand a chance in is against Jamal Charlo, and I don't even see him beating Jamal.
Nah, yeah.
But Jamal ain't been looking good, and he been fighting fucking Adams and well, I ain't gonna say Korobov. Korobov decent fighter, but yeah, Hurd don't got the skill. He don't got the skill set. He banks on wearing you down. Like if you don't wear the motherfucker down, you gotta have a plan B. You gotta know how to box.
He wears you down.
The hell? Oh damn! I can't hear shit.
Yeah, they gonna wipe the floor with him. Hello? Oh shit! All right. Well, I guess Flame On bounced out. Yeah, Charlo's next fight is versus Hogan. That shit is trash. I agree, Sean Newton. Like, come on, man. Even though I feel like Hogan did beat Jaime Munguia, but that was at 154. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be fighting his leftovers, pretty much. And then these guys want to say that Jamal Charlo is elite at 160 and people are ducking him. Who the fuck would duck? Who would be ducking him? You know what I mean? That's crazy. Couldn't knock out a reality TV star, lost to Korobov, even though Korobov is a good fighter, but he just exposed Charlo's deficiencies to the maximum. Exactly. And that guy's a kid. Yeah, right. you know. And if we're talking about Charlo, who's supposedly elite, going to be fighting Munguia.
Oh, I'm back,
Oh,
man.
what
I
the
had
hell?
lost my connection or some shit.
Are you good? You guys all bounced out. But
My
yeah,
bad. I'm
man.
on
I
a
mean,
move, man. I'm trying to kick everybody out. My bad.
you good. But yeah, I mean, Jamal's going to be fighting Hogan. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. That's
Hey, that
crazy.
motherfucker, he bum bashing like Fury. That
Yep,
motherfucker bum bashing.
for real.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this this Ruiz AJ shit.
I
Like,
mean,
I'm
man,
I'm I don't know who gonna win that shit. It's looking close now. I used to be confident that AJ would, but I don't know now. Like, I'm like,
I feel like if he makes it a fight like he did with Joseph Parker, he's definitely going to win, but it'll be boring. It'll be a boring fight. But I definitely see him winning the fight because if he keeps him at a distance with the jab and works behind the jab, he could definitely just make it an easier fight for himself than trying to fight close quarters versus Andy Ruiz when he's not the better fighter close up.
inside, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, listen, I think AJ is more focused now. Um, but Ruiz I feel like Ruiz, for me, I think I'm gonna go with Ruiz, man, to be honest. But AJ definitely could pull it off. But I just feel like I'm more so confident with Ruiz now that I saw the fight previously. It's just a lot of deficiencies. Maybe AJ wasn't the same AJ, but um, Ruiz just looked like the more experienced fighter in there to me. I don't know.
He definitely wasn't, but something that I seen in that fight kind of threw me off. I don't know if it was the first knockdown or the second, but the nigga AJ, he got up and like he just like it's like he winked or some shit, or he just went to moving his eyebrows up and down and shit, looking at somebody smiling. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? What's funny? Motherfucker, you just got put on your ass. Like, what's funny about this shit? I mean, was the motherfucker having like mental issues going on or something, or what? I don't know. But if he
Yeah,
goes out there and washes Ruiz, man, I'm just think it was all set up anyway.
yeah, I'm with you on that one because I mean, listen, Klitschko hits harder than Ruiz. We could all admit that, right?
Yeah.
And Klitschko, was AJ a lot in that fight, and he didn't go down like how he went down versus. At some point, he was keeping his hands down low. It just looked like he didn't even want to fight. It was like he was like, hit me, kind of. I don't know. It was just weird.
That was a
But
weird
Ruiz,
ass fight. Like,
yeah, it was weird. It was weird. I've never seen AJ fight like that before. But credit to Ruiz, he won. You know what I'm saying? Again, he just looked like the more skillful fighter. So I can't take credit away from Ruiz because AJ had a bad night. He won the fight. You know what I mean?
yeah, I think
So
he definitely has more skills. But I tell people that in my opinion, it's gonna go down to the power. It's gonna come down to the power. I don't see that shit going 12. And I know AJ can hurt him. I just don't. I ain't really confident that Ruiz is gonna hurt him this time. I don't think so. I can't wait though. I wish the fight was a little closer, man. We've got months to wait on that shit. And a lot of people not talking about the Shakur Stevenson and Joey Gonzalez. I think that's coming up too. I kind of favor Shakur more in that fight, but got a lot of shit coming up in the next couple months. Let's see what these chats talking about. He got to learn to smother Ruiz on the inside like Floyd. I don't know about that inside, Sean Newton, because I think I just think Ruiz is the better inside fighter. Now, I understand why you say that. I think that if he could catch him with that uppercut on the inside, that'll end him. Daddy Heavy versus Abdullah.
Oh, my bad, Flame on. I didn't know you was on by yourself, man. Unbiased kick jumped out.
Yeah, I think he jumped out. He probably gonna try to get back on though, cause I know I had a connection issue.
You said what?
I said I had a connection issue when I was on. I couldn't hear nothing, so I had just got off and got back on.
Yeah, I might have to shut it down, man, because I'm out and about, so that's probably why the connection messing up. But I could probably kick up another one in about the next hour or so.
Okay, I'll just hop back on with you when you do that.
Yeah, when I get back to the house, I'm gonna kick it back up. Shout out to everybody that tuned in, man. We'll be back on later.
All right, I'm out, y'all. Peace.